みんなで作った衣装にはみんなの思いが詰まってるの。お疲れ様。みんなが一緒に頑張ってくれたおかげだね。
Alright, so tonight oh,
似合ってるかな。
really?
あなた
I
に見て
started
も
the
らう
stream
の
while I
楽
was
しみにしてたんだ。
visiting the channel page off screen. Alright, so tonight is going to be 3 hours long, and unlike last time that I did with Genshin earlier today, where I tried to cover the rest of one of the main event stories.
一緒にいると
So
時間があっと
for
いう
this
間に過
for
ぎちゃいま
tonight's
す。
stream, I decided to extend the stream by 1 hour because I got a lot of things to do for this week. Since we don't have an event store on the way, we do have advanced announcements from the official Love Live archive. And let me get the browser open. Let me get one of the browsers active and working.
おや、ルビーの顔に何かついてる？
So let's see. I'm already watching 3 streams at the same time, and I also have to like make sure that it doesn't lag with the other website that I'm in. So
新しいス
I'm
テ
gonna
ー
have
ジ
to
衣装
suspend one of the
考
tabs
えて
first.
たら朝になってた。
Ruby, wait. I'm trying to find the official Love Live website. Official Love Live All Stars. Actually, the Love Live series YouTube channel. So there's
ルビ
going.
ー、特訓に行きたい。今よりももっと成長したいんだ。
Here it is. Where is OBS? All Stars Global. Cancel.
ステージ衣装はりょうちゃんと手分けしながらみんなにも手伝ってもらって作るよ。
Show it on screen. So we got an upcoming announcement info. Well, let me check this one. And also hide this chat since it
スクー
doesn't
ルアイド
matter.
ルをやっていれば
So
他のスクールアイドル
coming
の人
next
たちと
coming next week, this was announced during the All Stars Global 2.5 anniversary, the DJ Kazaki Team Up Activities Global Special Live Stream with Rina. We're going to have the next story event, Summer Ski Training.
風鈴の
Yeah,
音が聞こえるよ。
and that is the original title, but the global version decided to omit the word
少し
yeah
涼
in it.
しくなる気がするね。
The event will start on July 22 to July 30, and the event reward that we will get for this story event is
お姉ちゃんとお出かけだから
event stars I and Kazuki. Both of them are about to complete the Colorful Dreams Colorful Smiles set. Also, for the scouting part,
ルビー
we
以
will
外の
have
名前になるなら
we will have Hanamaru Kiriko as the
とか
scouting awards
ビスラ
for
ズリ
the
ーとか
for the next story event.
かっこよすぎる
And unfortunately for Kogorastu, your favorite SR Maki is in the scouting side. So yeah, I do hope you can get her on one single 10 roll.
あの
But
ね
other than that,
今度の
this is
花
all
火
of
大
the
会
upcoming announcements that was announced on today's stream.
よけれ
And
ば
it's a good thing that
ルビーと
my
二人で
my house managed to get electricity back before the end before the live stream start. I was able to watch the live stream on time. And I'm also looking forward to
アクアのこと
the
が
School
書い
Idol
てあると
Festival Series
びっく
Thanksgiving
りする
Festival
し恥ずか
2022.
しいけ
This
ど
was also
そ
available.
れ以上に
This
す
is also
ごく
announced
嬉しいんだ
on their latest live stream. So do check out the dates below. I'm also going to be Come on, OBS.
新しいスクールアイドルのグ
So,
ッズが出てないか見に行か
scouting.
なきゃ。
So this is all of the new announcements that we are getting. TLDR, Karan Hanamaru Shioriko as yours, Maki, I, and Gazuri as SRs.
本当はお姉ちゃんに相談しようと思ったんだけど、あなたの意見も聞いていいか
Alright,
な？
time to start. Let's replay a little bit of the event story that I missed when I was not streaming a long time ago. So if I recall, the last time we did was the music made together and the cryptid catkeeper stage. So now we'll check in the mischievous wolf and magical time. Now do note that that up to magical time we usually have a regular event periods until starting the cooking with vegetables event. We're expected to have shorter event periods because it was supposed to synchronize with the Japanese version. So alright, time for the event stories. I already prepared a tier list for the Festival 1 cards on my Microsoft Excel, but we'll get to this one later. But for now, I wanna enjoy the 3 hours of this live stream.
ミューズの皆さんへっと。よし、これで差し入れ完成です。
Yo, I can't believe Setsuna is so bright.
この間美味しいおまんじゅうをいただきましたからね。きちんとお礼をしなければ。さて、あとはこれをミューズの皆さんにお渡しするだけですが、どうしましょう。困りました。
What's wrong?
海さんに連絡がついたのはいいものの、ミューズがライブを控えていて忙しいとは。お渡しできるとしたら今日だけのようですね。
I'm pretty sure the only time that you'll meet them
私
is
もこ
today.
の後次回出演するイベントの打ち合わせに行かなければなりませんし。
Well, why not
同好会
through
メ
a
ンバーに
video
頼
call?
むにしても
Unfortunately, my microphone is hitting red levels.
誰も同行していませんよね。補習や自主練でいる可能性もなくはないですが。
I'm pretty
一応
sure
部室を覗いてみ
we'll
ましょう。
find a solution, right?
もしかしたら誰か来ているかも。
Oh, it's Emma. Hello.
せつなちゃん、こんにちは。どうしたの？今日は学校お休みだよ。
Our bread-loving girl is
それ
here.
はこちらのセリフ
Well,
です
I
よ、
guess the
エマ
girl
さ
from the Alps
ん。ま
is
さか
here.
本当にいるなんて。一体どうして学校に？図書室から借りてた本返しに来たんだ。本当は昨日が返却日だったん
Ah,
だけど。
she's gonna charge.
うっかり
She's
忘
gonna
れち
get
ゃって。
overdue fee.
返却ボック
I
ス
think
があって
the
よかっ
overdue
た
fee
よ。
for returning a book a day later would have been like
そうだったんです
50
か。
yen. But
それで
I
わざ
digress.
わざ。
At least Emma is
あ
here.
れ？
Now Setsuna has
でも
someone
今
who
も本を
can
持っていらっ
deliver
しゃいますけ
something
ど、そ
to
れは？
Muse, well, Oto no
こ
Kizaka.
れは私が買った本だよ。読み終わった
By the
後、
way, what
部
book
室
is
に置
Emma
いた
even
ままにし
reading?
ちゃってたの。だから本を返しに来たついでに持って帰ろうと思って。赤ずきんですか。
The
懐かしいです
Akazuki.
ね。小さい頃よく読んでいました。私も
I'm just gonna
読んでるうち
I'm
に
just gonna
まるで
recycle
小さい
the
頃に
stream.
戻ったみたいな
I'm
気
just
持
gonna
ちになった
recycle
よ。
the Y element to this
赤
stream.
ずきんちゃんが
So
お使いの途中で狼に出
event
会う
story
シーンと
11
か
and 12.
今読んでもハラハラするんだ。気をつけて赤ずきんちゃんって。わかります。あそこで道草を。
Self-commentary,
お使い。
Festival 1, tier
エ
list,
マさん、
and
あの
lastly,
この
oldest
後何か予
voltage
定はありますか？
ranking.
予定？
There.
ううん、何もないよ。
Yeah, I think
どうした
she's
の？
free. Why?
以前ミューズの皆さんへお礼のお菓子をお渡ししたいと話したことがありましたよね。そ
There you
の
go.
お菓子を音の木坂学院まで届
Here's
けてい
your
ただけません
itinerary
か？
for the next 3 hours.
ミューズの皆さんはライブの準備で忙しいみたいで今日しかお渡しできそうにないんです。私が行ければいいのですがちょっと時間がなくて、それでエマさんにお願いできないかと。
I like to have longer stream time
お使いだね。
for
いいよ、
tonight.
行ってくる。
It's like
本
a
当
little
ですか？
cap
あ
endurance
りがとうござい
stream.
ます。
But,
助かります。
oh, so now we finally have someone who can take care of I think
音の木坂
gifts
学院に行けば
for
いいの？
use.
今日お休みだけど会えるのかな？今日は皆さん練習
Yeah,
のために
I
登
think
校
they
なさっ
are
ているそうですから
visiting school for
大丈夫です
practice.
よ。エマさんが
Well,
行くことはお
they
伝えしてお
sometimes
き
do
まし
that
たの
on
で。
the weekend.
わかった。お菓子を届けるお使いなんてなんだか赤ずきんみたい。行ってきまーす。
Itakimasu.
いってらっしゃい。
Bye bye.
赤ずきんみたいか。
Man, she has the best
でも
illustration
動画だと
for this event
すんな
story.
りおばあさんに会えるわけではないん
It's
です
the
よ
fun's not over
ね。
yet. We still have 5 more to
途
reveal.
中で悪い狼に出会わな
To
い
be
ように
honest,
気をつけてくだ
this
さいね。
to be honest, this illustration tops off my second place. So we're now on one of the best event stories that I've read. Went back in the day when Love Life All Stars used to be run by KMAP.
早く会いたいな。そうだ。どうせならもっといっぱいお菓子を持っていこう。その方がもっと喜んでもらえるよね。確かこの先にショッピングモールがあったはず。そこで買っていこう。見て見てチカちゃん。この
Yay! It's Ruby. This Ruby in this event story looks cute because look at her jacket, the vest, the turtleneck. She kept her twin tails, but look at this fluffy hat.
一緒に買ってお皿にで
She
しよう
also
か。
Chica has the best one, best vest yet.
やったチカちゃんとお揃い。こっちの髪留めも可愛いな。もうあっちもこっちも可愛いものばっかりで目移りしちゃう
Tokyo
よ。
never disappoints. You gotta
さ
ask,
すが東京。
you gotta help, you gotta ask
夢中に
Rico
なって時間忘れちゃうよね。
what to expect when visiting Tokyo.
時間まだ大丈夫かな。
We'll do.
大丈夫。
You can do it.
まだ余裕ある。あ
On it.
れ？ねえルビーちゃん、あそこ歩いてるのってエマさんじゃない？
Chica's jacket in this event story
本当
looks
だ。
looks
制
cool.
服着てる。学校が。
Come on, OBS.
チカちゃん待って。ブローチ持ったまま行っちゃダメだよ。
Why? I was about to. I just got reconnected and then I lost a little bit. Well, unfortunately, my stream does that. Oh god. Right, so we lost already. Only about the first 20 minutes into the stream, and unfortunately, it took 2 minutes to reconnect over to OBS. What's going on with my internet at the moment? I just wanted to have like longer stream today. But, well, nonetheless, here's the result. I did none. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pretty sure one is on the way. Okay, so replay.
チカちゃん待って。ブローチ持ったまま行っちゃダメだよ。
Don't run off with it. I'm pretty sure Chica is stalking Emma.
いいかな。
Why would you stalk on the third year?
パウンドケーキ、チョコレート、おせんべいも美味しそう。
Hello?
お菓子選んでる。おやつを
Hello,
買いに来た
XP.
ってこと？
I didn't check the live chat. I was refreshing it after reconnecting to OBS.
あれ、
But for some reason, my LAN cable, the wired one,
そうだよ
is
ね。
not playing nice
あ、
tonight.
虹ヶ崎のみん
I
なと
even tried that
食
on
べるんじゃないか
Genshin
な。
early in the
練習の合
morning,
間とかに。
and I cannot even
なるほど。
cannot even
いっぱい動く
reconnect
と
for
お腹
almost
が空く
5
もんね。
minutes.
でも、
But we'll
あ
be
んなに買う
that's
なら
what's on the
誰かと
list
一緒
below.
に来
That's
た方が
what
良
I'll
かっ
be
たん
doing
じ
for
ゃ
the
ない
next
か
3
な。
hours.
いっぱい買えた。クッキ
That's
ー
a
に
lot
パウ
of
ンドケーキ。
that's a lot of snacks that she brought for us. Well, she bought
こ
for
れ
us
でミュー
actually.
ズのみん
I'm
な
not good with
もっと喜ん
verbs.
でくれるかな。 ちゃん、スイートポテトって言ってたよね。
I don't think it's lagging. Oh, mine's at 720p.
エマさん、大丈夫かな。あんなに大
Oh
きな
yeah,
袋
Coco's stream is
抱え
at
て
720p. I should have
西国まで帰
downscaled
れ
it
る
to
のかな。
240.
スイートポテト
She
いいな。
she wants some sweet potato tarts.
ルビー
Didn't
も
she
買ってこ
already
ようか
ate
な。
one in
さ
her
っきエマさんがい
initial
たお菓子売
UR
り場に行けば
side
置い
episode?
てあるんだよね。東京のお店のスイ
I
ー
bet
ト
the
ポテ
sweet
ト
potato tarts
す
tarts
ごくおしゃれで
sold
美
in
味しいんだ
Tokyo
ろ
are
うな。
really fancy and yummy. I'm pretty sure they're that tasty.
びっくりした。エマさん、こっち気づいた？
I don't think she did.
大丈夫だよ。というか、なんでルビーたちこんなにコソコソしてるんだっけ？
Yeah, I'm curious, Chica.
はい、もしもし。
What is she
そう
talking?
なの？チカちゃん、エマさん行っちゃうよ。
She's on the phone.
わかった。ありがと
What is she? Who is she? Listen. Oh my god. I have a lot of ideas.
う。追いかけよう。ルビーちゃん。どうして面白いこと思いついちゃった。
What is she thinking about? Hold on. I'm trying to refresh the stream logs, but I cannot even get the stream elements overlay to work. Anyway. So they're sneaking behind Emma, and Emma is lost at Otonokizaka High.
ここだ。
This is likely her first visit, based on chronology.
お礼にお菓子持ってきたんだけど。はーい。
Hey. Hello.
来てくれてありがとうございます。すみませんが、お菓子はドアの前に置いておいてください。
It gave away by having Chica's mouth on screen.
私、うみちゃんの声真似結構うまくない？
What a puppet.
チカちゃん、やっぱりこうい
I
う
like-
ことってダメ
Imagine
だと思う。
Anchan would do this, and then
大丈夫。
Mimori comes in front of her.
う
Then
みちゃんのふりを
why are you
して
imitating
お
my
菓子を受け
voice?
取るって言っても、
Uh,
そのまま
sadly,
横
it
取り
won't
しちゃうわ
happen
けじゃないよ。
because Muse
ほんの少しの間、
Muse is on
お菓子が
retirement.
どこに行ったかわからなくしてみんなをびっくりさせるだけ。隙を見てちゃんと返すから。
I'm pretty sure you can imitate anyone else's voices.
でも困らせ
I
る
mean,
のは
she's voiced by
やっぱり良くない
Anchan. What to
よ。
expect?
それにさ、お
Had
菓
she
子
auditioned for Uma Musume as Tokai Teo, that would have been different.
もらっちゃってもバ
But
レないん
now,
じゃないかな。
I
スイ
well,
ートポテトとか
Machiko voicing as Tokai Teo is better.
スイートポテト。うみちゃんだよね。エマさんまだいた。はい、そうです。海です。
That was not even close to
ちゃんと
here.
顔を見て
That was
渡した
not
いん
even
だけど
close to Umi's voice, Chica.
お話もしたいし、開けていい？わあ、待って。
ごめんなさい。実は、
ちょっと風邪気味なんです。移してしまって。
I don't want you to
大
get
変
sick.
なので。
Like cold? Right.
そうなの？ライブ前なのに大丈夫？
You okay there?
ミューズ、ライブやるの？あれ？ライブ前でしばらく忙しくな
That
る
is
から
that is
今日し
too
か時間がないんだよね。
that's hard to fool.
あ
Chica didn't know
ー、
that
そういえ
there will be
そうで
a
した。
live show.
ば、はい。
There will be
そう
a
なんで
Muse
す。
live show.
なので、エマさんともあんまり話す時間がなくて。
さん？
それは、そうと、さっき虹学からあなたに休養があると
Emma's
連
too
絡がありまし
naive.
た。早く帰った方がいいですよ。
You could literally hear Chica's voice
そう
clip.
なの？わかった。じゃあ、お菓子、ドアの前に置いておくね。お大事に。
Oh, Daijini.
話あんまりできなかったな。
Watch out,
風
watch
ライ
out
ブ
for the
本番
next
まで
scene
に治
because
るといいけど。
Emma's being manipulated.
エマ
Why, hello there, Mimori.
もう到着していたんですね。すみません、ちょっと
Yep,
職
that
員
is
室に
the
寄っていて。
OG.
どうしたんですか？
Yeah, the OG Mimori, voicing as Umi.
あ、
Hello.
あなたたち。
海さん。チカちゃん
Ding
とルビ
dong.
ーちゃん。一体どういうこと？
We can explain. But for now, we have to deal with Bororo Umi next. We're already in the middle of the story, and this just gets any better.
まったくあなたたちはお菓子を騙し取ろうだなんて一体何を考えているのですか？
I don't know why
騙すなんて
live
そんなつもりは
chat on OBS
ドッキリ的
keeps
な。
receiving comments
そんな
a
感
bit
じで。
later than usual.
どんなつもりだろうがやろうとしたことは許されません。
すみま
地下にも呆れますが、ルビー、あなたまで一緒になってどういうつもりですか？
I mean, Chica almost not
せん。
copied,
スイートポテト
almost
欲しいと
inspired her
思ったんだね。
personality from
水
Honoka.
の皆さん
Well,
のためのお菓子
troublemaker, but at least she has more sense and bright.
あー、ルビーちゃん泣かない。
Also, give Ruby a second chance. She didn't mean to. She was just following along the leader.
まあルビーがこんないたずらに自分から協力するとは思えませんからね。
Right.
大方地下にそそのかされたのでしょう。
I can forgive Ruby
海
for
ちゃんひどい
such
よ。
mannerisms, but in all
お黙り
cases,
なさい。
she's
すみま
fine
せん。
forgiving Ruby.
海ちゃん、もうそこまでにしてあげようよ。二人とも
I'm
反
not
省して
sure
る
if
こと
Emma
だし。
is very good at mediating this
そうだよ
situation.
ね。
Oh boy.
ほら、それにお菓子だって無事だったん
Yeah,
だから
I don't think they ate any of
いい
the
え、
snacks
甘
yet.
やかしてはいけません。そもそもエマ、あなただって騙されてたんですよ。分かっていますか？
それは分かってるけど。
ダメなものはダメとその場で厳しく教えるべきなんです。
Hmm,
ほだされて
I
手加
forgot,
減して
I
は
forgot
本人の
to
ためにもなりません。
I forgot
そ
to
れに
put in water
ル
on
ビ
my
ーはとも
soda,
か
but
く地下は本当に
I
反省
bought
して
in
いるの
soda,
でしょう
but
か？
unfortunately
さ
it
っ
was
きず
still
いぶん
iced
元気な
water.
返事をしていましたが。
そんなことないよ。悪かったってちゃんと思ってるよ。
申し訳なさそうな顔をしたって私はごまかされませんよ。だいたいあのお菓子は。
Oh, hello, Reed.
リン
Yep, Lily White
ル
duo.
ビーちゃん探した
If we don't have Nozomi at the moment, sorry.
探した
Huh?
ルビーちゃん、立って。
Let's go! Shout out troublemakers!
こ
チカちゃん
All it needs is just Rin. No! Come back here! All it needs is GWO-chan here, and then the plan continues. So yeah, we do have Rin on the job here. Yep, you heard that right. It's Rin who made an escape for
ちか
Chica and Ruby.
ちゃんごめんね。
Richard Gomini! No, naive Rin got manipulated.
ちゃんごめんね。逃げろ
And they ran too fast.
ああもうリン追いかけてください。
Come on.
何がどうなってるの
Well, it's not Rin's fault.
説明は
Didn't
後です。
know,
と
she
に
didn't
かく
know
二人を捕ま
that
えてください。
she made an escape plan for Chica and
わかっ
Ruby.
た。よくわかんないけど、行ってくる。
yeah, catch the
廊
Mikan
下を
and
走るのは本
the
当は良くないこと
lollipop
だけ
girl
ど
who could say 8
緊
8
急事態
oh
みたいだし海ちゃんのお許しも出たから全速力で行くに
Huntress Rin on the
ゃ
job.
捕まえちゃうよ
Start dash. And it's just one line that, and it's just one line.
どういうことなのか
The illustration
よく
only
わから
lasts for
ない
one
んだ
line.
けど
覚悟しなさいチカ絶対逃がしませんからねここまで来れば一安心かななんで逃げるなんてあのままあそこにいたら絶対夕方まで正座でお説教だよちょっと時間を置いた方が海ちゃんも落ち着いて怒ってくれると思うどっちみち怒られるんだね絶対逆効果だよ今からでも戻ってちょっと待って何か聞こえるバタバタってなんだろうこれ足音じゃない？それに何か叫んでるようなチカさんルビーちゃん見つけたにゃーうわー
Gosh dang it, I missed it. Are you serious? I was just shaking up a bottle of water. So yeah, where is it? So the dialogue here is that Chica and Ruby kept running from Ruby, and if they had stayed on the same spot, she would have lectured them until the evening. then we get, and then Rin decided to ambush Chica and Ruby. This. That's just a line for danger. Here comes the huntress. You better get away, or you'll get busted. It feels like a show, or feels like a game show of cops and robbers. Ah, yeah. We also have, I think Mario Kart has the Shine Hunters. I think. I do like it. We also have, I think there's Fall Guys version of Cops and Robbers. I think I forgot what game mode of it. Kind of like Candy Thieves minigame.
りんちゃん足速いし走って逃げ回るよりどこかに隠れてやり過ごした方がいい
I'm
と思うんだ
pretty sure Rin will not see both of them in the same classroom.
なるほど
But why in this
私たちが
classroom?
見つからなければきっとりんちゃんも諦めて
Whose classroom are they in? Woo! Rin with the glowing eyes!
追いかけっこじゃなくてかくれんぼするの
Oh my god. Why can't mine not do more quality event story like this? If I was there, I would have reacted to this chapter because it's like peak K Lab creating
ここにもい
event
ない
stories like this.
どこかで挟み撃ちにできるかと思いましたが
Also,
ここ
dogs
も見つ
barking
か
in
ら
the
ないと
background.
は
これで学校の中は大体探したよねもうりんちゃんが見つけてくれたのかな
Gosh dang.
海ちゃんエヴァさん
What is it, Rin?
りんちゃんおかえりなさい
Yeah, I
ど
mean,
うでしたか
the event story
二
is
人
one
は
of
捕ま
the
りました
best.
か
ごめん実は途中で二手に分かれられちゃってとっさにチカさんの方を追いかけたんだけど見失っちゃった
そうですか
チカちゃんたち、もしかしたらもう学校出ちゃってるかもしれないね。
They could have left the school grounds by now. Yeah, I doubt it.
街の中を探すのは大変だよ。
Yeah, I doubt it. They
二人ともまだ
wouldn't
敷地内にい
gone
ると
too
思いま
far.
す。次こそ必ず捕まえます。
So if they cannot chase them,
でも、どう
they'll
や
set
って？
up a trap for them.
リン、チカたちが二手に分かれた時、二人がどんな様子だったか覚えていますか？
二人の様子？別に変わったところとかはなかったと思うけど。
The situation is like Jerry and
ルビーちゃんがちょっ
I
と走り
forgot.
方フラフラして
I
たかも。
forgot the characters from Tom and
う
Jerry,
ん
but
リン、戻ってきたばかりです
Tom
が
and、Jerry
エマと
series.
一緒にもう一度ルビーを探してもらえますか？
私も一緒に行くの？
はい、おそらくルビーはペース配分もせず慣れない学校を走り回ったことでかなり疲れているのだと思います。ならばあ
okay,
まり移
got
動
it.
せず身を潜めやすい場所で体力の
I
回
got
復を
it.
図っているのではないでしょうか。
In a situation of like a game of cat and mouse
そ
chase,
れなら
Chica
ルビ
would
ー
be
ちゃん
the
の方を追い
Jerry
かければ
of
よか
the
ったにゃ。
Jerry against Tom,
逃
and
げ
then
回るのはルビーの本意ではないはず
and
です。
then Ruby
見
would
つけ
be
たら説
the
得して
nibbles
部室
of
に連れてきて
of
ください。
the mouse pair,
でも
and
それ
then
じゃあ
Rin
海
is
ちゃん
there.
は
Rin is
一人で
the
チカちゃんを
Tom
探
of the
す
cat
の？
and mouse
リン
chase
ちゃん
game.
から逃げ切ったってことはチカちゃんはそんなに疲れてないよね。
The mischievous
大
wolf
丈夫。
chase.
私に考えがあります。
Umi would be the Spike.
ルビーちゃん見つけたよ。
Umi would be Spike from the Tom and Jerry series because
おかえりなさい、
um,
三人とも。
because
お
smart
おかえりなさい。
smart-minded and then very strategic.
チ
She
カちゃん
Spike is also the
本当に
mediator
ルビーちゃん
of
一
Tom
人
and
で見
Jerry.
つけちゃったんだね。すごい。
So how did they catch Ruby then?
特別なことはしていません。部室でずっと待っていたのです。
ここで？
押してダ
Not
メなら引
likely.
け、
I'm
押
pretty
って
sure
ダメな
Spike.
ら待ち伏せです。
I'm pretty sure in the cartoon Spike sometimes goes against both of them. Wait, is it on? I think it's on 7. We're on the last chapter. We still haven't found Chica yet.
チカはお菓子を欲しがっていましたからね。ルビーと別れたらお菓子を
It's
取り
highly
に部室へ
probable
戻る
that
可
she
能性が
returned to
高いと思
Cloudford
った
to
の
get
で
some
す。
after splitting up with Ruby.
お菓子の袋に触ろうとした
How
ら奥のド
dare
アから
did
海ちゃんが飛び出してきて心臓止まるかと思っ
Wait a
た。
minute. How
全く
dare
呆れてしまい
did
ますね。
Chica split up with
そもそ
Ruby?
もあんなくだらない方法でお菓子を手に入れなくたってあなたたちにもちゃんと渡すつもりだったのですよ。
Wait a minute. Let me check my stream. I think I might have skipped one chapter. Surely I did not skip one chapter, did I? Glowing eyes. Oh, it is. I'm already on the right chapter. Yeah. I almost forgot.
そうなの？ルビーたち
I was just
お菓子
scrubbing
食べ
up.
られたの？
I was just scrubbing up the
ええ、そうです。
earlier
So,
parts of the
Chica,
stream,
あ
and
な
I
たも
did
それは分かってい
I
ま
did
した
check
ね。
the
リンが
last
連絡を
chapter
した
that I
はずで
clicked
す
on
よ。
was the one with Umi, so chapter
ギク
6.
どうしてチカちゃんに連絡したの？チカさんとルビーちゃん、今日はリンやカヨチンたちと
Oh,
練習
Rin
終わ
was
ったら
supposed to
遊ぶ約束
meet
だ
up
った
with
の。
Chica and Ruby after their
せ
practice.
っかくだしお菓子も一緒に食べようって。
She wanted to invite both of them over snacks.
チカちゃん、お菓子が食べられるって最初から分かってたんだね。それなのに黙
Then
ってるなんて。
why would Chica even decided to get sweets from Emma then?
ごめん、本当にちょっとみんなをびっくりさせたかっただけなんだよ。
Chica, you're not that
こんなに大
honest.
騒ぎ
What
に
the
なる
heck?
なんて思わなくって。あ、本当ごめんなさい。
Also, don't leave Ruby behind.
疑わしいですね。
Umi, just chill.
まあまあ、もう怒るのはここまでにしてお菓子食べよう。いっぱい持ってきたんだよ。
I guess Setsuna is the only character who hasn't been involved in this
あとね、
in this
せつなちゃん
conflict.
からも
It's just 5 of the 6 characters running around
せつなちゃ
Otonokizaka
んのお菓子がない。
hallways.
まさかどこか
Speaking
に
of
落としちゃったん
Setsuna, Emma's way too worried. Where is she?
失礼します。
I knew it.
せつなさんにゃどうしたの？
Hello.
せつなちゃんごめんなさい。預かったお菓子どこかになくしちゃったみたいで。
大丈夫です。ほら、ちゃんと持ってきましたよ。
Wait, then
同好
whose
会の
sweets
部室に
did
忘れてあったん
Emma
です。
brought then?
用事が早めに済んだので学校に戻ったら
He left them behind the club room.
机に置きっ
My
ぱなしになっていて
meeting ended
驚き
early,
まし
so
た。
I went back to school. Ooh.
そうだったの？ごめんね、せつなちゃん。でもなくしたんじゃなくてよかった。
So Emma bought some sweets for
エ
herself,
マ、
like
せつな、
snacks,
たくさんのお菓
and
子をあ
then
り
she
がと
went
うご
on
ざ
her
い
way
ます。
to Otonokizaka.
では早速いただきましょう。リン、ほのかたちを呼んできてください。
Bring in Honoka and the others.
エマとセツナも一緒に食べましょう。それからルビーも。
お菓子。
あなたはダメです。せっかく虹学からお菓子を持ってきてくれたエマにあんな悪さをして、罰としてお菓子はなしです。そこでおとなしくしていなさい。
で、そんな。
Ouch. The wolf gets no treats.
どうやら狼に出会ってしまったみ
Looks
た
like
い
you
です
ran
ね。
into a wolf after all.
でも
So Emma is the Red Riding Hood, obviously. And then the hunter is then the huntress is
お菓
Rin.
子食べたいよ。
Then Chica is the wolf. Well, in the end, we saw how the conflict ended. Like Umi, at least have sympathy because Chica, well, Chica inspired herself to be like Honoka back in the days. And then, like, she already found her own personality. Like, come on. Maybe Umi would treat Honoka and Chica in the same level. I can't imagine how Umi would tell about the mischievous wolf Chica to Rico and Yo. I bet they'll laugh, and then Rico would be like, would be like, what did Chica do? She like way too worrisome. Then Yo was like gonna be laughing along to the event for that previous event story. So yeah. I guess magical time event story. This is a story event. This is the last event story before the speed up phase begins. So, and by speed up phase, I mean starting with cooking with vegetables. The synchronization will begin. That's where at the time K-Lab was trying to catch up with live updates in global version to the Japanese version. Probably the reason is because of the release gap when 5 months after the Japanese release.
今度の合同練習、ここなら良さそうじゃない？
This is the last event
広い
story
芝生もあり
with
ますし、
normal
それほど人も多く
normal
なくて
event period
練習場所にはぴったりですわね。
until the
その上、
synchronization of
大
both
きな
global
噴
and
水もあって
Japanese version.
風情もありますわ。
じゃあ決まり？
Yes, Kimari.
ここにしましょう。
よかった。
Our sweet little
よう
Nozomi
やく決まったね。
is with
見つから
our
ないんじゃないかって
well-ordered,
心配したよ。
well-mannered Daya.
ダイヤさんはいろいろこだわるタイプみたいやね。
こだわっていたわけでは、私たちも周りの皆さんも気兼ねなく使えるような場所がいいと思っただけですわ。
さ
I
す
should
が
have
裏
waited
所
for
の
the
生
soda
徒
to
会長
melt
さん
all
よ
the
ね。
water. That way I
こう
can
い
drink.
う時に気にしすぎって
That
い
way I
うく
can
らい
just
気を
drink
使うところ。
an entire
Elit's
bottle of
とそっくりやね。
Mountain Dew. Not
そう
1
でしょう
liter.
か。
I meant
びっくりしましたわ。 急に目の前を横切るから。
That was one of the few times that I would say peaky, but for this event story, it's different.
そうでしょうか。
Oh no.
元気な子供たちやね。小学校か幼稚園くらい？姉妹かな。
Alright. Oof. You okay there? Oh no.
あらあら、大変ですわ。のぞみさん、助けてあげましょう。大丈夫ですか？痛かったですよね。あら、少しすりむいちゃったみたいですわね。
Yeah, it's okay.
じゃあ、うちが痛
I've
く
been
な
through
くな
that
るとっておき
situation
の魔法
before
をかけ
where
てあげる。
well, not fall off the slide, rather had like
So,
ground
魔法のおまじない。
scraping
そ
ground
れじゃあ、いく
after
よ。
sliding.
痛いの痛いの飛んでい
Yay!
け。さあ、どうかな？
Nice sound effect. Might not could have just done that way. That way, the event story makes it
今度
more
は転ば
interesting.
ないように気をつけてね。
Well, given that they already have the resources needed, they could improve the quality of the event stories, even if it's just about
さすがです
using
ね。
different transitions or using sound effects,
まるで本物の魔法のようですわ。
or try like different visual effects for each chapter. So it's just Daya and Nozomi for at least the first few chapters. Then, for chapter 3 to 7, we're now joined
練
with
習場所のチェ
the
ックも
other
済んだ
four.
し、そろそろ帰ろっか。そうですわね。あら、あなたは先ほどの？
Mm-hmm.
どういたしまして。でも、そんなに改まらなくてもいいよ。大したことはしてないし。
Yeah, but it's no big deal. I
偉いです
mean,
わね。
it's just a simple
小さいのに
scratch.
しっかりして
All
い
it
ます。
takes is just a little bit of
そうやね。
Nozomi power. A
Uchi?
little bit of
なに？
Nozomi power with magic words.
魔法使い？ああ、そういうことか。
Yeah, she can play
そうだ
doctor.
よ。
Both
うち
of
と
us
このお
are
姉さんは
witches.
魔法使いなの。
The two big sisters are
私もですか？
witches.
そっか。じゃあお
Fantasies.
姉さんたちと同じだね。
I'm sure you can become one someday. Ah, they laugh.
残念ですが、私たちも帰るところですの。だから、あなたもお家に帰りましょう。
Hello.
仕方ありませんわね。
Yay.
こっちにいらっしゃい。
ハ
一緒にいてあ
グ。
げられない代わりに、
ダイヤハグ。
ハグして差し上げますわ。また会えますから。大丈夫ですよ。
Imagine she would do this in front of God
今
and
日はお家に帰りましょう。
they get team up to hug, to also hug
いい
Maddie.
子ですわね。
Hug
じゃあ
Shio.
ここでバイバイしましょう。
Aww. Bye bye.
ダイヤさんはやっぱりお姉さんやね。小さい子の気持ちよくわかってるみたい。
She already has Ruby,
なんだ
Nozomi.
か
What to expect?
小さい頃のルビーを思い出してしまって放っておけませんでしたわ。
Yeah, it does make sense when when Daya is already that caring to young children because he already has Ruby. The next day, we're already joined with the other four.
ワン、ツー、スリー、フォー。ワン、ツー、スリー、フォー。皆さん、動きがずれてますわよ。わかってます。
Oh yeah, by the way, oh, not yet.
ここの振り付け、
小鳥！小鳥ちゃん！
確かに これだけ練習してもうまくいかないってことは別の方法を
By the way,
試
I
した方がい
I
いのかも。
kind of predict what next festival cards we'll be having next. I kind of predicted Festival 3 Nozomi would be next, alongside a Jigasaki card, so Emma is more likely. And also, this is one of the event stories where they actually modified Rico's, modified Rico's sprite this time, just to show her hand, because she's actually carrying a handbag.
いいかもしれませんね。臨機応変な対応も時には必要だと思いま
Ah!
す。それも
Of
そう
course,
ですよね。
Shizukazu would be.
では、
Of course,
どんな
Shizukazu
アレン
would
ジ
be
にしまし
joining
ょう
in this
か。
event story. I knew it.
いきなり変えるって言っても難しいよね。
They haven't found a new choreography.
あなたたちは。
I mean, it's going to be a joint live show.
こんにちは。また会ったね。お知り合いですか？
Yep, it's the two sisters that went for Diane Nozomi's help
です
yesterday.
か？ 糸が
Aww.
ほつれて腕が取れそうになってるみたいだね。そうですわね。でも今すぐにというのは。私に任せて。小鳥さん？
I'm pretty sure she has a magic to fix the red panda.
任せて。
Really? Why does it have to be in the next chapter? Come on. The red panda that Kotori is handing is pretty good, actually. Ah!
ちょっと待ってね。
her traditional wink and smile.
あとは
I mean, you can't hate Kotori. You can criticize, but not hate her. Because of her wink and smile.
さすがですわね、小鳥さん。本当に鮮やかなお手並みでした。これくらい大したことじゃないよ。お裁縫
Well,
は
of
得意
course,
なんだ。
doing here is her specialty because she is the costume designer of the team.
いつでも魔法で直してあげるよ。かすみんですか？
Huh?
当然です。
To tell you the truth, I'm the one who taught everyone else here how to use magic.
えたのは何を隠そうこのかすみんなのです。
Let me check. Can that lady use magic too? Oh, you mean this gremlin here?
そうなのです。かすみんは
Watch
もの
this.
すごく可愛
Watch
くて
this. Kasumi can
とっても天
Kasumi
才
can
の
literally show you how to use magic.
大魔法使いなんです。かすみちゃん、自分でだいぶハードル上げたわね。
Come on, keep your expectations high,
面白い
Rico.
からいいんやない？
Nozomi's riding along. Do magic. Can you do
魔
it?
法ですか？そんなことを急に言われても。
Huh?
にしし、いいこと思いついちゃいました。これをうまく利用すれば
I knew it. She's
みん
gonna
な
play
の
something
面白い
funny.
姿が見れちゃうかもです。この絶好の大チャンス。
There isn't a frame yet where Shizuko and Kasumi are in the same spot.
いいでしょう。とっても貴重な大魔法、あなたにご覧に入れましょう。
I think I saw someone who
かすみ
maxed
の魔
out
法
the
はと
maxed out this
とっても
Kasumi
すごいから
card even after the event
で
ends.
も時間がかかるんです。というわけで、リコ先輩。
は？
今日はかすみんの代わりにリコ先輩の魔法を見せてあげてください。
Wait, what?
私？
What?
ではよろしくです。
Ha!
かすみちゃん、逃げた？
Kasumi ditched the show for Rico. Seriously, Kasumi, you're not doing any magic tricks. Ah, wait. Oh yeah, two illustrations. Two illustrations appeared at the same
か
time.
すみちゃん、まさか逃げ出すなんて。
Hey, bad news for Kasumi because Rico's the one taking the spotlight.
魔法か。魔法
If only there was a
ね。
piano around.
魔法。ここにピアノがあったらよかったんだけど。
I'm sure you cannot pull out a piano out of
リコ
your
ちゃんが悩ん
handbag.
だところも可愛いな。のぞみさん、そんなことを言って
Too
いる場合
bad.
ではない
This
と
event
思い
story
ます。
did give us Chizukatsu. Also, Kasumi ditched
無理なん
everyone
かじゃない
for
わ。
Rico.
あ、わかった。私の魔法を見せてあげる。リコちゃん、何か思いついたみたい。
Hmm?
あの顔、そのようですわね。
この木の枝を魔法のステッキにするわ。行くわよ。よーく見てて
Yay!
ね。
Here it comes. The moment that I've been waiting for.
愛と勇気の魔法少女、リコッピー。行くぞ。必殺ラブラブラブリーリコちゃんビ
Yay! The legendary Rico-chan beam!
ーム。行くぞ。必殺ラブラブラブリ
She also
ー
said
リ
that
コちゃん
in she also said that as part of the lyrics in New Romantic Sailors. Gosh, you give her justice. Ooh, additional sound effect.
どう？よかった。気に入ってくれたみたい。
Perfect.
リコちゃん。
Yes!
リコちゃんのその頑張り、私感動しました。
Shizuku's heart got stolen by Rico. How could you, Kasumi? You could have just done that for Shizuku. But, nah, you just stole her luck. It's the for Rico. Standing ovation, I wish.
私も。そうですね。あ、じゃあリコさん、その枝じゃなかった。魔法のステッキを貸してもらえませんか？
Go ahead.
いいわよ。
Wait. Oh yeah, they improvised the stick for magic one.
では僭越ながら、今度は私の魔法をお見せ
With
し
her
ます。
acting skills, what will she
私が合
create?
図をしますから、一緒に大きな声で3、2、1と数を数えてくださいね。しずくちゃん、何をするつもりなのかな？
Oh, you'll see, Nozomi.
さ
You'll see what
あ、
she's
想
gonna
像もつきませ
put up
ん
for
わ。
us.
でも大丈夫そう。なんだかとっても自信がありそうだもん。では行きますよ。せーの。3、2、1。水の精霊たちよ。
Voila!
私に力を貸してください。
Shizuku
清き
can
流れよ。
Shizuku
大地を
can
癒せ。
use the power of her magic stick to summon water from the fountains. She's a water
これが
goddess.
私の噴水の魔法です。
The water fountain magic.
本当にすごいです
I
わ。
like the
でも
illustration.
どうやった
I
の
like that
で
the
しょう。
illustration follows along
あの噴
Shizuku's
水、決
pose.
まった時間に吹き
The
出すよ
action
うに
of
なって
her
るみたい。
swinging her stick up, swinging her
タイミ
magic
ングをう
wand
ま
up,
く合わせたんだね。
summons jets of water around her.
そういうことでしたか。
さすがしずくちゃん。周りのことをよく見てるわ。
Oh, she's more aware of this, and
私の
she's
魔
more
法、
aware its surroundings.
ありがとう。気に入ってもらえて嬉しいな。さすがしず子。アドリブとは思えない完成度。
Where the heck are you, Kasumi?
とかすみんは一人木の陰に隠れてつぶやくのであった。
Aww.
のぞみ先輩、いつの間に。 さすがしずくちゃんは普段から舞台に立ってるだけあるよね。度胸がある。
確かにそうですね。でもこれはかすみんのナイスなパスがあったからこそです。
That's so true, but she couldn't have done it if I hadn't set it all up for her. Then why did you pick Rico instead of Shizuku? That could have given you more chances to, I don't know, cheer for her, or gosh dang it.
リコ先輩、しず子とつないで見事な魔法を披露してくれました。かすみんの期
She
待
could
通
have
り
picked
です。
either Rico or Shizuku, but
かす
out
みん
of
は
both
強
of
がっ
them,
てみせるので、
she decided to pick Rico. But at least
のぞみ先輩、
at least
これは
Rico
強
gave
が
us
りなんか
the
じゃない
Rico
です。
Chan beam. Otherwise
か
it
すみ
wouldn't
んのそういう
happen.
意地になっちゃうところ、とっても可愛い。
もうからかわないでください。
Can you do some magic?
からかってないよ。うちは本当に可愛いって思ってるの。
Come on, can you do some magic, Kasumi? Ah, you still owe them the magic. You still owe them a magical performance. Oh, at least that's the last chapter of the event story. We're almost there. They made some fun, and now it's time to say goodbye to the
とっても可愛かったですわね。
to the magician.
ほんとね。それにしても私たちを魔法使いだなんて、なんだか本当に魔法を使えるようになった気分です。魔法か、かすみんも使ってみたかった。
Well, thank you. Thanks, Caleb. Well, that was only a few frames though.
いいこと思いついちゃいました。
And then
いいこと
they're not together in the same scene.
なんですの？
さっきの難しい振り付けのところ、魔法使いっぽくするのはどうですか？ほら、こんな感じで。なるほど、いいわね。それならうまくいきそう。
いいやん、かすみん。
そうでしょ、そうでしょ。かすみんピキーンとひらめいちゃいました。もしかしてこれがかすみんの魔法かも。
Huh?
かすみさん、あまり調子に乗らないの。それよりさっき
Kasumi
リコさん
got
に無茶を言って
busted
逃げた
for
ことちゃんと謝っ
Kasumi
た
got
の？
busted for ditching the whole live show,
そうだった。
switching over to
リ
Rico.
コ先輩、すみませんでした。
気にしてないよ。それにそのおかげでこの振り付けも思いつけたわけだし、結果的に良かったんじゃないかな。
しず子もありがとう。私は別にかすみさんのためというわけでは。
Shizuko acting tsundere for this
それ
point
じゃあみんなで
because,
今の動
well,
き試
she
してみよ
knew
うか。
that Kasumi would be doing the switcheroo
そうで
trick.
すわね。それではかすみさん、リードお願いできますか？
Whoa, already?
了解しました。さあ皆さん、準備はいいですか？魔法みたいに素敵なダンスバッチリ決めちゃいましょう。
Jumpy. Well, at least they learned their lesson. And as for Kasumi, do not do the switcheroo trick. I guess I could do a lot. I guess I could do more time on cooking with vegetables than do the ice skating use. I kind of missed two Saturdays of event stories, but actually, I have an idea. Well, I do have an idea of adding 2 more event stories on the 3-hour stream, but I've been thinking of trying to do self-commentary on Angelic Angel Expert. Let's see here. I should set it up as to make sure that I do have the B-roll ready. Wait, where did I record Angelic Angel Expert? surely it's not that far, right? Oh, I think I use it as a B-roll for Party Hanyo. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I got confused on the notes here, so we'll do the Angelic Angel commentary. So, few days ago, I managed to beat Angelic Angel on expert difficulty in just about not this one, in about like 2 minutes. The most entertaining episode is over. Dang, I wish I could see. So today we are now on the 3-hour part where I will explain a little bit on how I beat Angelic Angel, and I will have to show the team that I used to beat Angelic Angel, because in Studio.B, Angelic Angel Expert recommends you to have a team that focuses on voltage and skill. The reason why I put in Maddie in is because I need her to increase the SP voltage card. So she is used only in the red strategy. Because the second appeal chance is where you have to timing your strategy switch carefully. So I brought in Maddie here for filler, for SP voltage purposes. The blue strategy that I use to beat Angelic Angel is Pioneer and Ruler of Setsuna, because skill type healer, then event URs, Floor Rev, Haneo, and Glittering Night Parade Maki. There's also Marriage Proposition Maki, which is a scouting UR that you can get, but I don't have that UR, so I decided to go for her event UR instead. So skill type SP fillers would be the option if you need to clear out the appeal chances, SP appeal chances faster. Now my main scorers, because Angelic Angel focuses on scoring high, then to fill more SP. Also, the song punishes SP and guard type cards. I decided to bring in a technique healer, Party Honoka. Now you can clear this song without any of the limited cards. It is possible, but these are just recommendations. And because my bias is on Ainu, I have Light of Blessings, Aiwu, and and Mystic Fairy Ainu as my main scorers. And just because I have bond board 160 on her, you can also do that with other pure voltage scorers like Festival 1 Chica, Princess of the Night Sky Rico. There's also the new Scouting UR Star Seeker Setsuna, and Dreamy Kids Land Rena. All the 4 cards that I mentioned can also try to beat Angelic Angel. These are just sample cards, the sample formation that I used to beat Angelic Angel on expert difficulty. Now for accessory, now why I put in only one music brooch and 2 snowflake bangles is because I think I'm confident enough that both of the Aimu cards can score high, despite having a little bit of lower technique. That Aimu can score a bit higher because of the can try to crit a bit higher because of the 16k technique. After passives, she gets 22k. So I'm more than confident enough to bring her these snowflake bangles instead. Then I also have Honoka here because I needed her for technique healing. I think there's all. I think I've rarely seen a pure skill card that can heal or shield. There in Angelic Angel Expert, there is a trick note that benefits use cards. So I pick her as a recommendation card. It's possible to use other technique healers, but they won't score high because likely because of the attribute match bonus. So I brought in Honoka here to assist the other two voltage scorers. Now for first appeal chance, I bring in the SP fillers. Now they are weak, but they can still fill as much SP as possible. I think this team managed to beat it in 2 SP bursts on my first run. Then I also brought in the brooches. Now I could have just gone for like one like this, maxed out musical keychains, the matching attribute to benefit the score. But I think I didn't do it for some reason, so I can score a bit higher. And for backliner, the red strategy one. Now, there is an appeal chance that the more skill type cards you have, the better the higher the appeal stat that can be raised for voltage cards. So to assist them, you may use backup skill type cards. Now I only use Mari for SP voltage filler. It should be enough to give additional power to two of the IMU cards. Now, while Mari is an SP card, the song specialty does not debuff guard and SP cards by appeal stat. It only reduces the skill rate by 50%. Now, I think it's likely half of the skill rate, but it's more likely to do with multiplicative values. Now, let's see here. So as for me, how I beat Angelic Angel, I decided to mute the video. On how I beat Angelic Angel, but basically, start of the recording. So I set the first strategy on the main scorers. Now, you might notice here that Aimu, Honoka, and Aimu, because I need Honoka to at least proc her technique heal, while the two Aimu cards gain voltage fast. The guest that I'm using is Festival 1 Kanan because I usually use Party Kotori or Party Mari if the song is on advanced difficulty. I usually use Festival 1 Kanan for advanced difficulty and challenge difficulty songs. So if you have a player that has Festival 1 Kanan as guest, you have to use her. It's a recommendation. It's still a recommendation. Now, despite Mystic Fairy Aimu as a regular UR, with enough bomb boards, I got her to 162,000 voltage minimum. And her Festival 2 card raised about 185,000. But it's through critical hits, so she can score a bit higher. Now, if you notice here, when I'm about to go to the next SP, the first appeal chance, after I hit the buff remove note, I decided to switch to my other strategy, which is the SP fill team. Now, I think you can brute force this, but you'll need to have luck on this Because if you don't have SP fillers that are skill type, then the best bet would be to do is to at least try to one-shot the first AC, because the SP voltage cap for expert songs is 500,000. And check. There's already buffer move. Now I decided to focus on one strategy that will get buff powers. But if you're about to go to the buffer move node, you may switch to another strategy to take the blow. But for my strategy, I decided to just brute force it because I have 3 musical keychain accessories. So let's see. During the AC, I did 1 SP burst because my pure team is not that strong. I needed 2 more bursts to finish the AC. Then what? So the base skill rate debuff is additive. So your skill rate will be -17% or 0, or not half to 16.5. Oh, so it's just additive values. So there is no chance that SP fillers and guard type healers would be able to proc their skills in the game. I think it's possible to get rid of the negative values through music note keychains, but I've yet to see if it's possible for SP fillers to at least proc, even though the show specialty has negative values, like negative skill rate. So after I passed the AC, my one mistake that I did is I switched to my main team after passing the appeal chance, and the main scoring strategy took the note from here. So, but despite all of this, I managed to let both IMU cards score higher than 200,000 voltage. Now, the next appeal chance that I try to clear Edge over Angel is the switch strategies and appeal with 9 members. So basically, you're gonna need a team. You're gonna need one strategy dedicated to switch faster, because apparently if you don't have one strategy that is full of skill cards, you're not likely going to win this AC. Play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So appeal chance 2, it's recommended that you have at least one strategy that can that has full of skill cards, which reduces the number of times needed to replenish your strategy switch buttons. And the fortunate thing for me is that I managed to get Maki, Haneo, and Setsuna on the same strategy. That way, regardless if any of them is chosen for strategy switch bonus, they can still get the switch time shortened by 2. So you'll need this, otherwise you won't be able to pass the appeal with 9 members AC. So there is no random pattern needed to clear this AC. It's actually in a strict order. You have to switch as fast as possible before the next node arrives. So by the time you reach node by the time you reach combo 68, switch faster, and then once you reach combo 71, switch again, then you pass the AC. Next one is appeal next one is voltage AC, which is straightforward. The rest is straightforward until you may reach stamina AC. So the stamina AC is pretty hard to dodge because you will need one technique healer. You will need at least 2 technique healers at best if you want to maintain your score or score higher. But the big obstacle in this song is there will be buff remover nodes. So if I can say, like, if a technique healer is lucky enough to proc as many skills as possible. Now, I didn't bother to switch off to another strategy because lucky for me, Party Honoka at Live Increase 1 should be enough to pass the AC. Other technique healers can also do this too. Just make sure that they will proc that skill as often as possible before the end of the AC. Now, it's like a situation where I think Love You My Friends, challenge difficulty, and Neo Sky Neo Map has you maintain a higher amount of stamina before the end of the AC. Now, there is that one time I managed to let Aimu score 250k. So she did reach the voltage cap and managed to grant an additional 30k voltage gain. This is pretty hard if your team is not that strong enough, or if you don't have Party Honoka on your team. Now, I don't think Party Honoka is necessary. I think Ellie can also do well, but Festival 2 Ellie's show ability is restricted to only heal on critical tap, which is okay. It is a good idea, but she won't score high because we're dealing a pure song. And next AC is straightforward. It's just voltage. It's just voltage gain, no appeal chance. So all the voltage AC are pretty straightforward. The problem is that the buff remover nodes are on the way. So unless if you're good enough to dodge buff remover nodes with another strategy, all I did is just brute force it. Now this SDAC can only be done by 2 bursts because get 526,000 SP voltage. You'll need to do twice because 500k is the maximum SP voltage for expert difficulty. Then the last AC is pretty straightforward, I think. However, there is a, I think, switch bonus benefit. Let me check on Studio.p. There is a switch bonus for pure cards. I think it's restricted to. I think it is restricted to used cards. So on the last AC, during the AC, skill units increase the cooldown reduction from their strategy switch bonus by 3 turns. So I didn't pay attention to that buff icon. I just care about scoring as high as possible. So like this one, it's pretty straightforward. Now there is like buff remover notes, even though you pass the appeal chance, but to me it doesn't matter because I managed to get the high score in Angelic Angel. So I ended up with 61.5 million from the song. Now the important thing to get from Angelic Angel is AC1. Now you may need to get 2 SP bursts, and then appeal chance 2. There is a strict um, strategy switch order. Either you go for a blue strategy or red strategy that has 3 skill type cards. You can still pass the AC. Although because of the BPM, depending on the note song that you use to play the expert difficulty, you'll need to switch precisely. Well, not precisely. You have to switch as soon as you've reached the combo 68 and 71, because appeal with 9 members can only be done on 9 notes. So you'll need one strategy that has skill type cards. Then this one is not important, but it is straightforward if you have strong pure type cards. Another one is stamina AC. If you have technique healers, then you're good to go. Better if you have pure attribute skill type healers, because they'll score high during the song. This AC is straightforward. No need to take importance of that. But there are buff remover notes. Then lastly, SPAC. You're gonna need to use SP burst twice, because of the SP voltage cap. And lastly, straightforward for the last AC. There is skill cards get decreased cooldown switch bonus. So, yep. I'm pretty sure this is a rare bonus, because I rarely see this icon before on an expert song or challenge song. But yeah, Angelic Angel Expert looks straightforward, but it'd be best if you have voltage or skill type cards. I can't imagine how hard it is to do this on my free-to-play account, but I did test it out. Unfortunately, even with Floor Rev and Glittering Night Parade Maki, I still have to stack up more on voltage. I still have to stack up more on powerful pure cards. I already have limit increase 2 on Mystic Fairy Ainu, so that could have been a... With that regular UR, I could have done more than enough for clearing the appeal chances. So, that's how I did on clearing Angelic Angel Expert. I could replay it to see if I can replicate the victory. If I can score higher on stream, then that's fine, because that means I'm ready for the next channel song. If Angelic Angel were to be picked as the channel song. Hmm. Nah, I don't think it's worth the risk. All right, this should be a line, because Setsuna will be doing the technique heal. Then I only bring in 1 flower bracelet maxed out, because 3 UR cards that I have are maxed out. It's best to have 2 flower belts maxed out, or at least limit increase 3 on both of the flower bracelets. That should be enough to get to pass the song at grade B. Now B rank would be your recommended clearing option because you get 5-star gems. Once you have enough pure cards, it should be enough to get to S rank. OBS being the laggy bra moment. Notifications. Got none. Alright. Let's see if I can replicate this victory. And I forgot to turn on the skill tap sounds. So once the buff removal mode is passed, I decide to brute force it with my SPT. Alright, give another SPT scan. 1, 2, 3 switch, 4, 5, 6 switch, 9. I should have saved that SP for the next voltage AC. But at least Ivo is still Festival 2 Ivo is still using her skill more often. Still hitting 250k limit. Ah! Honoka! Honoka decided to ditch us again. Come on, Honoka, at least pass the stamina AC. Even though I already have Setsuna here, I could switch her up just to give her the additional chance to heal up as fast as possible. Dodging the 90%. Dodging the stamina AC is very hard if you don't have a technique healer. But the skill rate debuff is only restricted to guard and skill guard and SP, right? Right, forward. Come on, Honoka. Maintain. 1, 2, 3 switch, 4, 5, 6 switch. Wrong one. I switched to a different strategy. Only whales can clear this. Not actually. I'm not saying this like it's a defense, but rather you will need at least a few pure cards maxed out to get at least B rank on Angelic Angel Expert. To get to S rank though, you'll need I think you will need at least a few pure attribute cards, preferably on skill and voltage type cards maxed out. Like for example, I can clear Angelic Angel with just Haneo and Maki at lower living increases because I only needed them for their skill. So they won't score high, but Setsuna does. And then I'll just let my best pure scores hit the rest. 1, 2, 3 switch. And switch back to your main scoring team. Now I disregard the skill rate debuff I disregard the buff remover notes because it does not matter. It may matter if you don't have like a specific bond board at bond board 100 at least. Honoka. There, Honoka survived. It's possible that pioneering a new world Setsuna can do this. Alright. 267. Yeah, I think it's possible. Ano yun? Maki? There we go. Your best bet for now is to get at least 300 SP voltage for the last SPAC, right before the last AC, to like be on a safe zone. Even though the SPAC needs you to have 20, needs to have like 2 SP burst at once. $16.9. I did use Madi for SP fill purposes because you can see that Madi has a skill rate
あなたと一緒だから最高のライブができたんだよ。
Now the scenario is different if I were to use Setsuna instead. Or if I use a different guest. They like does anyone use does anyone still use Festival 1 Madi? Let's try an alternate situation where you don't have a technique healer, but you do have. Let's try a situation where you don't have a pure type technique healer, but you do have a technique healer from a different attribute. This looks like a different story, but let's simulate the situation. If you don't have a pure type card like Pardo Honoka, and Pardo Honoka is on blue strategy, so meaning you won't use her that much during the song. Another test that I would like to try is if you were to bring in a different attribute skill type healer like Christmas Landu. Now, I think doing the same pattern. There we go. At least they scored high. At least they passed the first AC. Same order. Switch. Now because Setsuna is elegant type, elegant attribute card, she is basically a bottleneck. But that does not mean Setsuna's usability in skill is like tumbled down. Setsuna can pass this AC, please. I was about to say, please Setsuna, at least proc the AC. Well, not that lucky. On AC success, voltage units gain 5% appeal for each skill type unit in the formation for 40 notes. So, in some cases, you might need to switch strategies if your strategy is about to hit the buff removal note. So, I'm currently testing on passing Angelic Angel without Party Honoka, or I set aside Party Honoka as a side strategy healer for SP filler strategy. So Setsuna only scored up to 100,000, even with her bond board at 100, bond board 100. Oh, wrong strategy. Alright, that's where I need Setsuna to heal as fast as possible. Ah! Come on! Come on, Setsuna! Well, at least it's score a bit higher. Don't pass the safety. That's safety. I'm just brute forcing. You can do the same if you have bond board 100 on Rico, Rina, Tika, Yo. All four of them have their pure voltage cards. But at least Pioneer and New World Setsuna did give us the S rank. So it's possible without Party Honoka. Or if you have sideline Honoka for like SP fill strategy. Now I decided to not clear this song because I already have my high score and I do not want to override it with a weaker team.
ラブ
Like
ライブ
those.
スクールアイドルフェスティバルオールスターズ
I have 100. I already have 100, so let's try a different scenario. If we don't like, if you have Bari Honoka, but you don't have like matching skill type SP fillers, say like I might use Karan because she has SP fill. Appeal plus on attribute and same strategy, and let's say I have Christmas Lanju as one of the alternatives. Same strategy and same attribute. Oh, let's check the loadout first. I think that's okay. A situation if you have Christmas Lanju, where what Lanju can do is that she'll increase her SP, her skill rate by 16 on appeal chance start, and only works during appeal chances. Now I'm not likely to get S rank because I don't have max limit increases on either Karan or Lanju. There's just samples because Karan's bond level is at 70 while Lanju's bond level is at 40.
今日もたくさんの笑顔を見られますように
Now I didn't get like a stamina warning pop-up window because I think 100 stamina points below the recommended stamina does not matter. Okay, Lanju did help a little bit. 1, 2, 3, split. Split. You only need Kanan and Lanjo for the SKC anyway. Now I wish that I can maintain 90% on the next AC. Okay, just a little bit split. Just imagine Mystic Fairy Aimu and Light of Blessings Aimu are like you have Festival 1 Kiko or Princess of the Night Sky Rico. Or Dreaming is Plan Rita because both of them are pure voltage gamers. I'm gonna need luck on this one next time. Yeah, I'm not even gonna reach S rank. It's just 100,000 difference. Wrong strat for using SP at the second SPAC. You did 2 SP and not cleared. Yeah. Um, I I don't think I'm using SP. I don't think I'm using SP type for this strategy, Alex. What I'm basically trying to experiment is if it's possible to beat Angelic Angel without matching attribute cards. So example, I have Raindrops Karan and Christmas Lanju as my select as my SP pillars. Um, that's what I was experimenting for the next 40 minutes. So I'm seeing if there's a possibility to pass Angelic Angel with low powered, well, let's say low demand cards, like regular URs that you can get through scouting. There we go, Nanju. Now, all that I did for the first SPAC is to brute force it, because I know that my main score, my SP trio is enough to finish the first AC. And the current bottleneck on this setup is Pioneer and New World Sentinel, because I'm currently experimenting if I can S-rank Angelic Angel without Ori Honoka or Sideline Honoka. There we go. First. Oh yeah, there's a debuff for non-matching pure cards. Okay, this team is not likely going to reach the voltage AC. There we go, passed. Yep, I can do this without pure cards. And voila! Although I scored lower, so I decided let's just pause this one. My highest score is at 61.9. Yeah, I did. It is already S rank now. I can just fail the live show because I already got my new high score, which is 61.9. And yep, lesson learned: you don't have to use matching pure type cards just to clear the ACs. What you'll need is at least two pure cards, pure voltage cards. Say like Princess of the Night Sky Rico, Reina, Festival 1 Chica. I think Festival 1 U was possible, but I haven't checked yet. When I try this in the JV version, I don't have enough SP voltage needed to pass the first AC, so it's immediately failing. Skill type healers like Setsuna, pretty good alternative. I think there's a skill type healer, that is pure attribute. Let me check. Pretty sure there is one. Say like pure type, and then skill effectiveness, restore stamina by technique. So unfortunately, only Party Honoka gets to use the technique healer yet. If Minet were to add in added a permanent UR that can heal on a pure skill type card, then we could actually have a technique healer that is passable to S rank Angelic Angel. Now, when I was looking on what scouting URs can beat Angelic Angel, say like then Spotlight Festival Party. UR events, and then restore stamina by card technique. There is event UR Shioriko, event UR Yo, which is the Summer on Stage Yo, Starseeker Yoshiko, Afternoon Tea Time Chica, but she does have shield, so not sure if it's passable. There's also Scouting UR, Moon Rabbit Rico, and then Pioneer and New World Setsuna. So it's passable without Party Honoka, but you'll need to be at least that lucky to beat and to try to get as many heals as possible. Shielding is also an option. You may need to gain more shield and then heal before the end of the stamina AC. So that is the only bottleneck, is that none of the technique heal cards are pure type. So only Party Honoka gets the recommended card. None for SP fillers. If I check on All Stars Kirara, and then find fill SP gauge by either, let's say fill SP by technique. Oh, it's just Ellie. Where is it? Fill SP by percentage. We have Marriage Proposition Maki, Glittering Night Parade Maki, Florev Haneo. So all three cards are recommended, and all of them are from Muse. If you want Muse cards but don't have active attribute, we have Miko, the Star Steam Whistle Miko, Pure White Kotori. Oh yeah, that's only it. For Aqua, now Aqua does not have a pure type, pure attribute. It's skill type SP filler. So we have two Hanamaru cards. One is the Tiger Unit Hanamaru, and Steam of Maiden Hanamaru, and then the other one is Raindrops Kanan. Now, the only Nijigasaki card that has a skill type SP filler that is not from either festival or party banner is Laju. So that's why I picked Laju for comparison, because I think she has a challenging 11% fill rate. I'm thinking of investing on any of the Laju cards someday, but I'm gonna need to wait until the next festival banner. My prediction for now is that we are going to have Nozomi and Emma very soon. With the recently announced Summer Sea Training events, it's pretty clear now that Hanamaru, Kanan, and Shioriko are the next idols to get the next UR cards. Now for the SRs, we do have Ai and Kasumi. Both of them are event URs. Both of them are event SRs, and lastly, Maki is the only scouting SR for the next lineup. I forgot to use my B-training, did I? Yeah, it's 30 minutes. I'm not spending any of my paid star gems on this one. Even though Haneo is a recommended party card, unfortunately this Haneo card is not that powerful enough to beat Angelic Angel. She is more or less your support scorer, because voltage gain up on song start, same attribute. So same attribute, meaning if you have more tier cards on your team, that means your team will likely score higher in Angelic Angel Expert. And because of the fact that she's using stamina as second stat, it's disappointing. It's a disappointing party card, unfortunately. Give me an SR. Nah. Another IU card. Thanks for the 1 Radiance. I already cleared DLC, so yep. I guess all the Somerset packs are now on sale. All of them have 450 star gems waiting, and I wouldn't bother touching the specials. So I have 2021 Nijigasaki. Oh, they're in rotation. That's why they have. I'm stupid. I'm stupid because I thought we will have all of the Somerset on sale. But it's like they're rotating every week. So last chance for Aqua Original. This one, last chance for the 2021 version of the Summer Splash set, and the OG Summer Splash set in 6 days. And then use 2021 version. They already finished the original Muse Summer Splash set, so I doubt they'll return. Come on, Ruby. She has a long way to go to get Bond level 80. Boop. Bam, bam, bam. Now, my current skip team this time is Haneo. Just waiting to get LP to 100. Uh, 105. I'm thinking of skipping this time. That way I can use the daily song and then empty out the rest of my skips through expert clearing. In about 20 seconds. the next hour, I'm thinking of doing the Festival 1 tier, Festival 1 tier list.
音を聞くだけで少し涼しくなる気がするね。
So the last hour, let's occupy it with Festival 1, Festival 1 card tier list. I've been thinking of doing a tier list, so
気になるゲームを見つけたんだ。
I guess I
仲間
would
を
like
集
to
め
try
て
it out.
スクールアイドルになるゲームやってみたいかも。
I imagine we're gonna have like another Love Live video game, but yeah, it's less likely. Which one? I guess I'll skip Oyasumi-san. Okay, so Haneo is now at bond level 96. May I pick... May I pick Thrilling One Way? What? Come on, you give me a pouch? You give me an elegant pouch? Are you kidding me? And you didn't even give Haneo a bond raise. Come on. I'm saving 60 because I'm thinking of doing another voltage ranking practice.
始めるよ。やったー。ハイタッチしよう。見て、うまくなったの。
Okay, not bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still... Minet is still planning to restore the event backgrounds one day. Even though they missed that promise by, I think, by May. Like, even K-Lab delayed the delayed features. Like, I think I remember there was an announcement, like, there's an announcement that we would get thrilling one-way costumes, but they promised that, and then they deliver it 10 months later after it was announced. So this isn't the first time the game had so many delayed promises. Alright, clear it all daily and weekly. Guess I'll use this I'll use this background music to try out another part of the stream that I would like to do. And that is the festival tier list. So yeah, I think I wanted to do this now, even though tier lists are like you don't like this card? Nah, pretty sure you would wanna. Alright. Now, I think Caleb removed that with the cutting cost. It is likely, even though the event backgrounds are not that expensive to make. It's just that I think they usually have to pay like commercial commission to the artist. I'm not sure. That's just my interpretation. But making backgrounds does cause high. It's a bit cheap for commercial usage, but it doesn't excuse the fact that drawing backgrounds are very expensive to do. So let's see. Let's do the festival 1 tier list. Okay, so this is TinBoy, and time for another part of the 3-hour live stream that I'm doing, and um, that is tier listing all the Festival 1 cards that have been released until December 2020. So the festival, the featured cards here on screen are all the cards that have been available since November 2020. Note that I do not include Festival Lanju and Festival Mia on the lineup because both of their festival URs released during the Festival 3 series lineup, so they are not counted for the sake of it. Only Shioriko of the Rebirth sub-unit is added. I will do this by release order. So release order, and then criteria will be based on up to where the game has been after the release of Festival 1 Aigu and Festival Shioriko. So my mind may take a while to think of which one is the winner. Well, not every card is winner, but this is just my interpretation on the festival cards that I have. So let's open up all the stats. You have to prepare this one. There we go. Aqua Festival North. Let's start off with Festival 1 Yo. Now, Festival 1 Yo, if I recall, it was one of the first pure voltage cards that was available in Festival lineup. She is also debuting alongside Festival 1 Karin and Festival 1 Maki. Out of all the cards, I think Festival 1 Yo was the winner in terms of scoring power at the time. However, because of the relevance of songs at the time, that there were not that many pure cards to use for, and because the fact that she is using passive as her main passive for all cards, she does get a little bit on the fair grade. So I'm putting this Yo on the upper fair score because Yo is still pretty good for skill rate buff sideline, but however, because she's using base stamina passive, and her skill only applies to second year cards, this makes Yo one of the least desirable festival wars that you can get at the time. But nonetheless, she is still powerful for skill cheesing in SBL rounds. Can I have to say that this Yo card was very good at the time, but I don't think he's that very good on the fair side. I may have to manage this one very soon, but yeah. But it's just my first impression on Festival 1 Yo. I do have her in the Japanese version, so yeah, I do have to do this one carefully. The next festival card that I think I have to interpret is Festival 1 Maki. Now, Festival 1 Maki is... Let me check here. Festival 1 Maki, where are you? Festival 1 Maki is a damage reducer for at 33% chance she will reduce stamina damage by 11 to 15 for 10 notes, and her base stamina affects her strategy, and her show ability is shielding. 40% chance when a field chance starts, she will use her stamina to gauge shield. Now, I'm pretty sure Maki was a desirable card at the time because because you might use her just for stacking up stamina stat. However, as a scorer herself, she does not do much, and all she can do is just reduce stamina damage, which at the time there weren't that many songs that desired powerful stamina damage. So say like this Maki could be useful in could be useful in Ketsui no Hikari Advanced difficulty because of how dangerous the damage nodes are. She can also be useful in step 0 to 1, but that's all that she can do if you were to put her on frontline. But she could be a useful Ketsui no Hikari card to reduce stamina damage, but other than that, I don't think she's that bit useful. But she does give her a little bit on the fair side, just because her stamina stat was high enough for stacking up stamina stick. So, and the fact that you can put her alongside other same strategy healers just makes Maki one of the desirable defensive cards, but not by a long shot because her skill. Now, Festival 1 Karin, Scarlet Festival 1 Karin. I have her maxed out when I was back in like month 3 of the game, and I did use her for Call of Duty Voice, which punishes voltage type cards if you put them on a team during appeal chances. Now Festival 1 Cannon is like a candidate card for Starlight Expert later these days, but she was one of the stronger voltage scorers that you can get that is not voltage type. I do keep props for that, but while she is not SP filler, I think she is at least a bit powerful. However, her passive focuses on technique, so it's kind of a mismatch. And when you pass in the field chance, her show ability fills SP gauge by 10%. The problem is that by 10% of her appeal, the problem is that it will take 3/10 of a chance to activate that show ability. Now, I think she was very good at the time when she was a bit scoring higher for a few cool songs that does not desire much on SP voltage. So I think I give her on great just because the appeal stat was very good. Do note that K-Lab standards was different than the ones that by the evaluation was that K-Lab's evaluation was different from the ones that we get after the synchronization and mainnet era. Now, why did I pick this on great is because her appeal stat is the highest, although she does have a mismatch passive, which is base technique. Even though her skill, like the technique only focuses on technique, but technique is her second strongest stat. Now, supposedly I would put this on good, but I'm putting this on the mid good side for now. I will have to rearrange this once I have enough ideas for the later cards. Second batch for the Festival Rewards this time, I think it's Setsuna, Yoshito, and Kotori. Now, we'll go for Kotori next. Kotori, Humming Angel Kotori, I think I got that card in the middle of the current batter. I didn't get Setsuna at the time, which is unfortunate. Humming Angel Kotori is SP gauge gain booster, but there is a restriction, and that is because she is actively focused. She does have technique. Her technique stat is a bit higher than appeal, so she does get the boosted critical rate. Her SP voltage gain buffer though only works on strategy switch, so it increases voltage gain by 20% for appeal for the next SP burst. Now, I think my impression for this Kotori card is only useful if you have other elegant SP cards which will which can be useful later in later rounds of Festival 1 cards. Say we already have 2 Arabesque Ellie, which is a Festival 1 card. And I think she's the only festival card at the time that Kotori is proven useful if you don't have other regular SP fillers or elegant SP fillers. Unfortunately, Kotori does not age well, even though she's useful on like certain SP fillers. Like if you want to boost other SP fillers on the team, I don't think it's not good at that. Despite having a critical stance, I think I'm putting this Kotori on the lower good tier because Kotori could have been useful if he was not that if her SP fill gauge buffer was not attribute focused. But I do give props for her to give base technique. That way, future elegant critical scores could utilize her skill set and the undesirable skill ability, but it still works as like a critical scorer. Yeah, the criteria that I'm judging on is based on up to like story season 2, where power creep is become noticeable after the once synchronization starts. Now for Yoshiko, Yoshiko is let me check. Yoshiko's Festival 1 card is like the GOAT at the time. Now, if I recall, Yoshiko was one of the desirable cards that you can use on Kimi no Kokoro wa Kagayaiteru Kai Expert. Now this Yoshiko card is a skill rate buffer card, affecting only her strategy, but because her skill rate buffer is 22 to 30% for 2 notes, this only applies to her strategy, which is the second and third card that you will be used in that certain order. Yoshiko also has a unique show ability, which 20% chance on live show start. Guard type cards on her strategy. Will be able to double the stamina switch heal buffer. This one is a bit untested because Yoshiko at the time, I think she's useful on achieving recovery and skill awards in SBL, but guard, because her show ability does only favor guard type cards, not other type cards. So Yoshiko is pretty good on SPL, but in later songs, however, I don't think she is that useful. She's only useful if you want to try to heal as fast as possible. Say like for Kimi no Kokoro wa Kagayaiteru Kai. That song debuffs a heal for cards that are not on skill type. And I think to say that Yoshiko is useful on that song because, well, healers. Now, I think it is obvious that Festival 1 Setsuna was still the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Festival 1 Setsuna, Scarlet Courage, for those who have not been to the game in a long time, was the killer card. For both global and Japanese version, because Scarlet Setsuna has the highest appeal stat of all. At the time, her skill set is voltage gain on skill and show ability. Now her show ability's voltage gain only works on strategy switch, but my gosh, they even put her up to an 11 because her passive affects same strategy cards by 5 to 7%. Now she does have lower critical rate, but that doesn't excuse the fact that Setsuna was the most desirable card at the time. Even after she got dethroned by Festival 1 canon, they still tend to pick her up just for Neo Sky Neo map. So putting her on. Alright. I was about to say Setsuna was supposed to be like the GOAT, and they still desire that card even their festival banner is over. Come on, open up again. There we go. Can't believe this. Yay! Alright, internet back. Gosh, it would be nice if OBS could stop interrupting my stream while I was about to explain Setsuna. Oh, dang it. TLDR, killer card, game almost got shut down because players didn't get her at the time, and yeah, it's still a winner. Yep, it's internet again. Not sure which one is next, but I'm pretty sure the next cards are Nico and Emma. Now, Festival 1 Nico is one of the small healers that you can get from the first festival round. Nico follows up as one of the best defender cards that you can get. I think she's useful for Story wa Bokutachi no Kiseki. For it's our miraculous time expert difficulty, and Nico heals as skill and show ability, but her heal does work when taking damage at 500 or more. And while it is nice that she can restore whenever damage taken, the problem is that she restores 5% of her stamina. This is not a big deal because taking damage at 500 or more is at least desirable for weaker advanced songs. And also, 10% chance is not a big deal. Nico does focus on appeal on voltage scoring if you were to put on the main sideline. She's one of the desired cards that you can use on Tokimeki Runner's expert difficulty. Yeah, she's pretty good, I think. I haven't maxed her out yet, so I'm not sure if she's that capable of healing that large, but she is nonetheless one of the desired cards that you can use on small songs, or any song that does not take heavy damage. Otherwise, Nico would have been more overwhelmed from taking too much damage. And I could put her on the great tier list because Nico is already one of the beautiful cards. She's a desirable card that you can use on Tokimeki Runners, Miraculous Time Expert, or Sword Boku Expert, and songs that deals moderate damage but not too heavy. Nico is one of the best festival defender cards that you can get, and yep, she does have its use. She is useful on early game songs because intermediate or advanced songs usually cost stamina damage by about 500 to 700. This Nico card could be useful once you have enough max limit increases on her. The next one is Festival 1 Emma. Now, SP meta at the time was a bit niche, thanks to all the voltage scores that were desirable at the time, and we don't have expert songs when those cards were debuted. Festival 1 Emma is still useful even after the game keeps power creeping to the point where, oh, you should have powerful SP fillers. What makes Emma special is that Emma does have a numbered SP fill. Emma does have a numbered SP fill instead of relying on instead of relying on a stat. So she does SP fill by 7 to 9%. Her base technique applies to all cards by 3 to 4.2. And her focus is on technique scoring. While she does have a moderately low appeal stat at the time, her technique compensates her from being the weaker voltage scoring card. Now, the show ability that she does have was adding 600 to the gauge, 40% chance on strategy switch. This is more often. You can activate her skill more often on switch. This is preferable for dual strategy teams, but this Emma is still a valuable card even after like so many SPL rounds and expert solves later. She's still useful on dual strategy setup. So I'm giving this on wonderful tier list because Festival 1 Emma is one of the best cards for SP meta. Now let's move on to I think Kanata and Mari. Now both of the cards are pretty useful as backline cards, but Mari is more of a hybrid setup. So Mari at the time, Festival 1 Mari I think. Festival 1 Mari is useful because he has a skill type technique healer which doubles as a appeal supporter. She does have basic build by 5 to 7 on same strategy cards, and if you're lucky enough, she can increase base appeal by 5%, affecting all cards at 30% chance on live show start. Now she was a very good support card, but she has since then been overwhelmed by a certain party card that I think we know is about to celebrate its 1 year after its release. So yeah, you would use Festival 1 Emma on any advanced show formation. She's like a bit outdated advanced plus they find much better alternatives. She's putting on wonderful because I'm only basing the criteria up to the release of Festival 1 Ayuno Chiariko. But nonetheless, Mari is on the wonderful tier list if I recall, because she is one of the best guest cards that you can put on your profile. And if you have max living increases on her, you're likely to get a few new players asking for help. May I use your Mari card? I would love to use your passive. I could use that for my scoring team. Kind of like this situation. Now, it's not restricted to just cool attributes. This Mari card's passive and show ability, it also works on any we're pretty sure Mari was a very good guest card at the time. Lots of players would love to have this Mari card. Now another festival card that I can put on the wonderful tier list, but I could. Kanata Noki. Angel's Lullaby Kanata was another great backline card at the time. What Kanata does, if she were to put on either guest or team, she can be a support elegant voltage card. Granted, she can do well in scoring because she does have appeal. She does have appeal as her highest stat. The issue that I got with her is that her skill affects third year cards. So unless if you have a very good third year synergy, Kanata is not very good on frontline. But on the backline side, she is very good because her passive affects all cards, and even her show ability works once per live show. Now this is only when appeal chance start at 30% chance, so it applies to 5% for all cards. Just to note, voltage scoring was still desirable at the time, and once we get to the Festival 2 cards, voltage meta has since been superseded to SP meta later down the road. So I think Kanata would be on the would be at around say like a higher good card. hire good card because Kanata is not very good on frontline scoring because her skill relies on third gear cards, but she is more useful on as backline card. So probably a good idea. Probably a good idea if I put her here for now. Next batch that I can recall is that Haneo and Hanamaru are the next festival cards released. Now, Haneo, unfortunately, her first festival card was not very good. Let me check here. Where is Haneo? Festival 1 Haneo is basically a technique scorer, which is 12,240 at max load increases. She does have her skill and show ability focusing on her strategy. The problem is that base appeal 4 to 5.2% on elegant cards. Now this Haneo is very good on critical scoring. Not bad for not that bad for like for the standard where Haneo can score standalone. But when it comes to being useful on scoring teams, at the time I'm not sure if technique scores are still relevant because where I think let's say I don't think we have expert songs yet when Haneo and Hanamaru were first released. So having Haneo as one of the good scorers around here, I think it's pretty good for now that Haneo would be on a bit fair between Kotori and Kotori and Karin. Tier list criteria by least standards. Now I also have to reference how they're useful later down the road, but for now I'm more inclined to evaluating their cards at the time of their release. I think Hanamaru is another festival card that I think she's pretty good as a defensive card. Hanamaru was very special because at the time there wasn't any other guard cards that have healing properties on the natural attribute. So Hanamaru did very well. While she does have shielding as her skill, she does have a sub healing show ability, which 20% on tap restores 10% of her stamina. Now, do keep in mind her passive was affecting for all cards. Hanamaru was eventually gonna be useful in Love With My Friends challenge difficulty, but it depends if he will be at least be succeeded by Festival 2 Hadeo, who is also one of the candidate cards that you can use on Love With My Friends challenge. Now, Hanamaru is on the great tier list because I think there aren't that many natural cards that can heal. Some of the natural cards that, if I were to refer to, available on the current deck was on SR Rarity. SR Rarity is I think natural SR cards do have healers, but none of the UR cards have natural healing at the time. So I did put Hadeo at a forgivable rate tier because she's the only natural defensive card at the time that you can use during the round. I think the next one is with Umi and Ruby. Ruby is a damage reducer, but only works on appeal chance start with 50% chance. So during appeal chances when Ruby is about to when the team is about to enter appeal chances, Ruby has a chance to activate her damage reducer. Other than that, she also has very high stamina stat, almost close to as high as Festival 1 Maki. quickly check. So almost as high as Festival 1 Maki by 100 stats. 100 stamina stat, or is it less than 90? So Ruby was very good on maintaining defense lines. I think she is useful on Ketsui no Ikari, but unfortunately her giving a 50% chance does not mean Ruby will likely win on every chance that appeal chances will give out stamina damage. I feel like Kokoro Magic A to Z and Ketsui no Ikari, like I already mentioned, I think she is useful as long as she cannot, as long as she can heal, but not expecting her to be like one of the great cards you can use at the time. I think this Ruby is on the great tier list for now, probably because of how unique her show ability is. And this was also copied eventually to Random Boss Blossom Aimu, who also has on appeal chance start at 50%, reduced stamina damage until appeal chance ends, but on the guard type side. But on full attribute side. So next one is Umi. I think Umi is an undesirable natural SP card because if I recall, while Umi is a critical scorer, her skill focuses on appeal stat, which is kinda unfortunate, but you can compensate that skill by putting appeal plus insight. Now her passive is base technique for natural cards. If you're lucky enough, Umi might be useful as a stemming SP filler, but do not rely her way too much just because she has SP fill show build. Because even with 15% chance on tap, 1% of her technique to SP fill does not necessarily mean, oh, Umi's a great SP filler, you should get her. Wrong. She's first and foremost an SP voltage gain buffer, so I wouldn't rely Umi too much as an SP filler that you can get, but I am putting this Umi, I think on around a good tier on the fair tier list. Well, I think I should replace Ubaki with a bit higher than Umi. While I do give props to her being a critical scorer, I don't. What sets her down on the fair tier list is because of her attribute focused passive and the fact that she uses SP voltage gain buffer, which would have been better if Umi could have switched between skill and show ability. Then she could have gone a higher tier list at that time. So not much that I can tell, but it's pretty good anyway. I think the next one are Rin and Chica. Both of them are orange hair girls. Now, Festival 1 Chica, I think she is a more desirable card for your voltage scoring than Rin. Here's why. Chica has the higher appeal chance. She is useful on pure songs that rely on heavy scoring. The disadvantage that she has is that she appeals to second year cards, similar to her girlfriend Yo Watanabe, whose skill affects second year cards. Now, unlike Festival 1 Yo, Chica's passive focuses on frontline cards, so you can use Festival 1 Setsuna and let Chica increase the voltage gain, because both Chica and Setsuna are second years. And 5% chance on strategy switch, she will add 60% of her appeal, which is very rare that we have a modification of a voltage gain. It's very rare nowadays that we get a voltage gain that is very like 5% chance, but the low rate, high risk, high rewards kind of scenario is that she can give out very large chunk of voltage gain. I could say Pika is more useful on the wonderful side, but she has since been succeeded by permanent UR selectors like Princess of the Night Stand Rico, but we are not considering Rico because at the time I think they still go for Setsuna, but for Aqua biased teams, I think Pika is one of the wonderful cards that you can get, and as long as she has does have great standards. But I'm putting her on the lower wonderful because her skill only affects second years. So if you don't have enough second year cards until then, I think this Giga card is not much useful. Other than that, she can synergize well with Setsuna and later down the line Gil, because both of them are on second year team. Actually, is my cursor? Yeah, I think it captured my cursor, but let's see. I think the next one this time is Ellie and I. Now, both of the blonde hair as supremacy. Let's go first with Ellie. Ellie is a technique explorer, but her Ellie and SP card is very good. Now why you need Ellie for a Festival 1 series card is because she does have SP Film. Now I think by this point there are songs now that needed SP fillers. However, Ellie does have 50% chance to increase voltage gain by SP voltage gain by 15% of her appeal. It would have been nice, but to rely on her technique stat, but I think it would be nice. Would be nice enough if Ellie could have like appeal plus insight. Now, a bit lower this time because her base technique passive focuses on third years, which is tricky. Because I think we already have an expert song at the time this card was released. I think Snow Halation Expert, which is elegant attribute. So I think Ellie is pretty good on this song. Other elegant songs that needed to blast through the 250 blast through the 50k voltage cap. If you have max limit increases on her, this Ellie card is pretty useful to get through a few S-ranked songs. Kind of like Analog Heart, but I don't think I think Analog Heart is pretty good because buff cards, but it does have stamina damage, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure Ellie is on the great tier list. While Ellie will be proven useful in SP meta teams, this Ellie card is pretty much on the great side. I may have to reposition some results later. Oh yeah, I forgot to add in Red. I skipped ahead of Pika for some reason. I'm gonna give Rin, however, an undesirable fair tier list because Rin is unfortunately the least desirable festival card. Now don't get me wrong, Rin is very good for SP voltage, but while she does have vertical scoring, which is better than Festival 1 Cannon, the problem is that her skill is voltage gain, her passive affects first year cards. So staying here, this is very hard to build. Considering the first year cards at the time are only focused on I think small voltage scoring, and then her SP gauge gain affects cool cards, so same attribute cards. 35% when appeal chance start, increase the SP gauge fill rate by 24 for 5 notes. So 35% is not much. It's just slightly higher than using a skill. This ring card is unfortunately on the lowest tier, but I do give props for her costume though. Alright, so back to Ellie and I. I think I is I think I is like an under-desired goal voltage score. If I recall, I think I has voltage gain for all cards, but her passive and show ability increases effective appeal for 5 notes. That's her show ability, but 50% chances during the build chances, and her base appeal works on symmetry cards, so cool cards. She is useful with Diverting the Cannon, but let's say I think I could be useful if later down the line she might team up with Ainu. There's also other cool voltage cards on the permanent lineup, which did just as well, but I think I'm putting this eye on like great tier list, because she does have a slightly lower peel stat than Gaden, but because she is focusing on does have a slightly better stamina stat than Gaden. Base appeal up, which is good. Affected cool cards. She could have overpassed Gaden by raw appeal stats with passives. I is getting a slightly better on the great tier list because she's pretty good on frontline scoring for full songs. I think next one this time is Daya and Shizuku. Unfortunately, Daya at the time, Daya, while a very good griddle scorer, the problem is that her skill set is restricted to 3rd year cards, so this is already an immediate fair card. While she is very good on griddle meta, unfortunately, Daya, what puts Daya down is because of her 3rd year bias, skill, passive, and show ability. Which again, future cards with same year cards will be better, but you'll need to collect those cards on the same year to fully utilize Daya's skill set. Shizuku is a cool shielder, full attribute shielder. I think she's very good because her appeal stat is is a bit higher than Maki, if I recall. Maki's skill, okay, so Shizuku's stamina stat is almost as high as Festival 1 Maki, almost close to let's say Ruby or Nico. Well, they're on the 14,000 range. Shizuku, very good shielding card. You can't use her on songs that have stamina ACs, but at the time I think this Shizuku card is very useful because all you needed is her show ability, which increases effective appeal for 5 notes, affecting gold cards. If you have more cool stamina stacking cards on your team, this Shizuku is a very good pull supporter. Other than that, I think I'm giving her a little bit on the good side, which is at least very good card for shielding card at the time. You may use her for clearing Kokoro Magic A to Z. While it does try to deflect some of the stamina damage from those ACs, cool songs that needed this, she is pretty useful on it. Next one, Honoka and Riko, I think. Now, Honoka, I think, yep, I did say that. Garden Shizuku, she is a very cool shielder, especially in later times where Yumena Tobura challenge, you could deflect some of the stamina damage for those very large, let's say lethal note damages. I was like, how am I supposed to beat Yumena Tobura with stamina damage or shielders? Shizuku is pretty useful on this one, actually. Yeah. I will have to rearrange the rearrange the tier list later down the line. Let's see here. Guess I'm already dry. I'll look at my water. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Got a little parched. So, let's see. Honoka and Rico. I think Honoka could have been better because Honoka on the Smile voltage side, I think she's useful on Smile songs nowadays. Except Love You My Friend, Expert at the time. I think this Honoka card is pretty useful on most Smile songs, as long as it does not have a song that punishes voltage type cards. Let's say we already have later down the line Yume no Ippo Expert. She's not that useful, but other than that, what you need to look out for is that her show ability on a PL chance start, on live show start, she will add all of her appeal as voltage to the start of the song. Now, it's not necessarily that useful if the condition is just like on appeal chant on live show start, because necessarily you would desire to have like at least on SP burst or on appeal chant start. This Honoka, however, the show ability is quite a bit useful, but it varies depending on what song that you're targeting. But other than that, her appeal buffer in base appeal buffer, this is good enough for any Smile card in her strategy to like clear out all the Smile songs. And we still don't have Smile challenge song at the time, or challenge difficulty was not implemented at the time. So this Honoka card was a desirable festival score. So I think I put this Honoka on. Let's say I have to rearrange this Honoka and Chika. Now this one Chika, however, I think on this one. Now I think I put this Honoka card a bit higher. Well, she does not have like a higher appeal stat like Chika or Setsuna. The fact that Honoka does have same strategy synergy, I think it's good enough for Honoka to stay comfy on this list. So on the wonderful tier list she goes. Now for Rico, Rico I think is a shielder card. Rico is a voltage gainer, very good defensive card, very good side offensive card. Her skill is stamina restore. Now attribute focus, however, Rico's festival card is attribute focused, so I don't expect Rico to be that much useful as if I recall. So I think this Rico card is on at least a good card. I will have to rearrange this though. This Rico card is on the good tier list because while her healing side is beautiful, is at least good. The problem is that her appeal and technique stat work close to each other. That even though technique is higher than appeal, he only grants almost 28% critical rate on max limit increases, and the fact that her passive focuses on active cards, well, same attribute cards. I don't think there is much use case needed to implement this, but let me check if I can rearrange this. So I think this Rico card is useful, a bit better than Haneo, I think. but it's still a pretty decent healer card if you're just going to use her on active songs um, that struggles way too much on stamina damage. Let's say step 0 to 1 at the time, and I forgot if there's another right there. There's another like active song, but I'm pretty sure she is useful to survive a bit longer on DLP. Okay. Guess we're close to the end, so we only have 3 more months on the tier list. But next one this time is Hanan and Kazumi. Of course, the unbeatable Festival 1 Kanan gets on the most beautiful, wonderful tier lists. Obviously, Kanan is the GOAT for all voltage scorers. And Kanan fortunately dethroned Setsuna in a span, I think, 7 to 8 months. By the time the game's first anniversary came and went, Kanan decided to overtake Setsuna. And not only that, on Steam attribute cards, he overtakes her by a whopping 14.3 thousand appeal. And she has Being Passive, which is 5 to 7, and 5 to 7 base appeal, and 1.5 to 3.5 on same strategy. And on live show start, increase base appeal by 2.5. Now, this makes her any stronger that no one beats her until Festival 2 Aimu came in. Light of Blessings Aimu did beat Karan on advanced songs, but not expert songs. So the reason why I picked Festival 1 Karan as guests on expert and challenge songs is because the voltage cap is higher. So I needed Karan to boost up as much as possible. And the fact that the game almost killed itself, because at the time I think there are new players joining in the game because of the game's first anniversary. They are flocking to get as many star gems as possible just to roll on this Kanan card. And this is the second time that the game tried to almost lose more players, because Kanan is like the strongest OP card that KLab implemented, and we're not gonna have like one of the best voltage scorers for like that is better than Setsuna or Kanan until the very end of the second festival banner. Now, her sidekick, however, Kazumi, is another story. Kazumi is let me check. Kazumi is an SP filler. I think she's still a desirable SP filler, particularly on the Taiken Horizon Expert. But for her usability at the time, I think this Kazumi card is attribute focused because of her passive SP fill, and then there is a stock SP voltage gain buffer. And this Kazumi card is a bit useful at the time, but I don't think much. She can already partner up with I think Detective Hanayo, who is also a pure SP filler. She can be useful on pure songs that desire more on SP ACs than expected. So a sweet moment Kazumi is putting at least on, I think, something higher than good, but I will have to rearrange the deck shortly. So Daya is on the last, unfortunately. Alright. Oh my god. There, I think we're good. Good to go. Gosh, we're almost there. Just wanted to finish the tier list myself. So anyway, Rina has a higher stamina stat. Still not as better as Maki, if I recall. Oh. Still beaten by 14,790. So this Rina card is one of the first cards in either the Festival 1 or Party lineup that uses a decisive healing on strategy switch. Well, this Rita is hyper healing. She is useful in Neo Sky Neo map, although you have to be that lucky because Neo Sky Neo map challenge without Festival 1 Rita might not be that helpful. But for other cases where active stalls tend to be a bit risky than expected, I think this Rina card is going on the hyper healing status. I think it's on wonderful tier list, but I will have to rearrange the ordering. Now, Nozomi, however, I think now Festival 1 Nozomi, I have no idea what to say about this card because Nozomi is an SP gauge buffer, so not much desirable unless if you have other SP fillers on same attribute cards. I think in later SP fillers we have Valentine's Day Honoka. Let me check. At the time, I don't think we had that much SP fillers, if I recall. Let me check. Card start. Let's say natural, then SP. Work by. Does not have release date. So still effective, then fill SP by percentage. The other SP filler that Nozomi can use is with Serenade for You Maki and Festival 1 Emma. Now, I think Nozomi card is on the fair tier list because Nozomi's skill set is not that useful. Just in my opinion, because while I do love that she does have a very high SP gauge buffer, the problem is that the rest of her skill set is not that desirable. So Nozomi is on the fair tier list. I do have her from my Japanese account. I've yet to see the full potential of her power. Right, my favorite banner, and I've remembered this one since I started streaming. Now I'm rearranging the order of these cards for now because I'm thinking of rearranging Rina to Great and then Hanamaru to Wonderful. Now, we've now come to a stalemate that I think we got the last two great cards that are I think useful, and based on my experience have one of the great cards to end off the first festival set. Now, two festival cards are from the same school, and I did scout both of them in Japanese and global version, so I do have raw experience on both of those cards. Now, Ivo is, of course, one of the good critical scores that you can get, voltage gain, and the caveat that she has is because her passive focuses on Nijigasaki cards. And now what I love about this card very much is because of her appeal can't start. Now it's not as useful unless you have other cards that can heal on appeal chance start. Having a show ability that having a showability that works on a PL start is better than having stamina restore on a PL success. So this IMU card, while not as one of the best cards that I can review, this IMU card is on at least a great tier list because she's pretty desirable for a few expert and challenge songs, not counting numerical that challenge. So I don't think that's gonna be that helpful. But the only reason that I will went lower on the great spot is because Nijigasaki card bias. So that's why I build my team mostly on Nijigasaki cards because I want to fully utilize their skill set. And as for Chioriko is nonetheless the desired small scores for expert songs, while Honaka is one of the best cards at the time. Ever since the implementation of expert difficulty, I think Chioriko might score higher once we got Love You My Friends expert difficulty, but because we don't have that song at the time, Chioriko was at the lower grade tier list. Chioriko, for better or worse, she is one of the great first year smile cards that you can collect. While her voltage gain focuses on Nijigasaki cards, it wouldn't matter because later down the line we already have Moon Rabbit Shizuku. We already have, I think, Mononoke Girl Rina, and Chioriko was the third Nijigasaki card needed to clear out small songs with first year advantage. And not only that, theme school. So adding Chioriko on the great tier list is the last decision that I made so far. So yeah, these are all of the festival cards that I can evaluate, and this is not like not consider this one a I think of like the benefit definitive solution when the next time you're going to scout old festival cards. You may consider my tier list, but usage for these cards may vary. So yeah, I say it's a pretty good tier list so far. However, I do have to think that Aqua has better cards, has the best cards in the festival lineup over Muse and Nijigasaki. Yeah, well, in terms of usage longevity, I do think so. Well, Kanata is pretty good on great difficulty. Well, let's see here. That is likely true. Ellie does not seem to have longer usability than Kanata. Kanata is still a desirable festival card, even if I were to swap their positions. Ellie still has a somewhat of an advantage in advanced songs, while Kanata is pretty good on expert songs. During the Festival 1 series, we do not have a challenge difficulty song, so that's pretty much let's see, I think it's pretty much good for now. Even if Canada won't be using the bait, she can be the staple buffer. Yeah. I guess I will have to reconsider the position. So, while Ellie will be useful in the SP meta, I do think Kanata is on the great side. Then we have Ellie on the good one. Hanamaru was still one of a very great card, and Mari is one of the best guest cards. Emma is still useful even after Fastball 3 ongoing. And then Tetana and Kanan are still one of the GOAT cards in Voltage meta. The next tier list that I could do is the next tier list that I can do is on this time on the festival. Not this one. The next one that I can do is Festival 2, but I will have to wait for the game's 3rd anniversary so that we can reevaluate the entire tier list. I won't do a tier list on the Festival 3 cards until we have all of the cards in the lineup finished. So that's Alright, so we got Festival 1, Festival 2. Now I already duplicated all of my cards, so let's why is this not working? I just want to like oh, you have got to be kidding me. How am I supposed to delete all these in one go? But I already saved a copy of this one. This tier list will be for... Oh, those are duplicates. Are you kidding me? How many times did I copy paste this? Gosh dang it. There. I already saved the tier list, so that's at least fine. This is my tier list for the Festival 1 cards. The next tier list that I can do is going to be focusing on the second Festival card series. I have to wait for the game's 3rd anniversary, and then I'll give you guys my final interpretation on the current last year's festival setup. So yeah, that's all for the 3-hour stream. Unfortunately, it keeps cutting off. So I wish I could do voltage August voltage ranking. So might as well set this aside for next week. Next All-Stars live stream will be on July 23. I think the story event will start, which is good for me. That way, I can just go ahead and read the entire event story, and then we'll move on to August voltage ranking. So, fortunately, we cannot do this one for now.
何度もライブでステージに立ったからもう人前に出るのは平気じゃない。やっぱり緊張するよ。
Okay. Alright, to-do list for Saturday, I think on Love Live All-Stars we'll do August voltage ranking.
似
And
合ってるかな。ルビ
summer
ー、あなたに見てもらうの
trading.
楽しみにしてたん
Yeah,
だ。
event story. Then August voltage ranking, likely. Then event story 13 and 14. So yeah, that's all I'll be doing for next Saturday.
本当はお姉ちゃんに相談しようと思ったんだけど、あなたの意見も聞いて
And
いいかな？
don't worry about the schedule because I did check the event period for let's see, I did check the event period for the next event story. So
雨に濡れたら
it should
ちゃん
be
と拭
right
かなきゃダメ
on.
だよ。ルビーが拭いてあげよう
So
か？
the event will start on July 22, which I can just cover the event story next Saturday. Then I'll replay event story 13 and 14, and then finally let's do August Voltage
受
Ranking.
け取れるプレゼン
Because
ト
why
が
not?
あるみたい。
I would like to prepare for all 3 songs that have expert difficulty. So good luck everyone for preparing for the next
あ
exchange
なた
event
の
in
笑顔
August,
はル
and
ビーの大切な宝
save
物
up
だ
your
よ。
star gems for the game's 3rd anniversary. And hopefully Festival 3 Nozomi and Emma will be good
お
cards
寿司はいつもわさび抜きだよ。
because
いいもん、子供っぽくてもわ
Nozomi's
さび食べ
festival
るより
cards
マシだも
have
ん。
never been this good on SP type because both of them are SP type, but not one of them are SP fillers. Now as for Emma, her Festival 2 and party cards did not
あな
stand
たに
out.
撫でてもらうの好き。ポンポンってしてもらうと
I
心がふ
can
わ
give
わ
a
ってなる
reason
ん
why on the
だ。
next festival tier list banner. So, yep. I do hope Nozomi and
いい夢が見られ
I
ると
do
いい
hope
な。
Nozomi and
全国
Emma
のスクール
will
アイドル
have
と
very good
握手で
cards
きる
too.
夢とか。
Not as strong as Party Mari or Festival 3i or Nico, but at least satisfying enough for Emma and
新
Nozomi
しいステ
Oshis
ー
out
ジ
there.
衣装。
So
だから
anyway,
朝になってた。
okay, you can sleep now, Ruby. I might as well switch over to Kanata. Gosh dang it. I even switched to Kanata until Thursday. Okay. So anyway, that's gonna be it. Next live stream will be Genshin Impact. So Alex, that's not possible. But if it's skippable, that's fine. I'm not afraid to skip all the festival banners until then. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and
あ、
tomorrow will be Love Live
Misoshiro no
Superstar
お
Season
は
3
ようご
airing.
ざいます。
Unfortunately, it will be on NHKE, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait 2 to 3 days after airing so that I can just watch the first episode. But other than that, this is my to-do list for next Saturday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, where I will continue Genshin Impact, but this time on a certain character that I just got from the new version. So anyway, goodbye. See you soon.
あのね、ビーフシチューに八丁味噌を入れると美味しいんだって。今度作ってみるから味見してね。